as we welcome the weekend, no need to ask. With Ian and I know it's always a blast. Get ready for fun, it's Aloha Friday at last. Aloha Friday, oh what a day. We're here to chill, let the good songs play. Ian and I know they're our guide, bringing you the best on this Aloha Friday ride. From the beaches of Hawaii to the World Wide Web, we're bringing you the vibes, no need to be misled. With laughter and joy, we'll make your day on Aloha Friday. It's all about the getaway. Aloha Friday, oh what a day. We're here to chill, let the good songs play. Ian and Nano, they're our guide, bringing you the best on this Aloha Friday ride. To the World Wide Web, we're bringing you the vibes, no need to be misled. With laughter and joy, we'll make your day on Aloha Friday. It's all about the getaway. Aloha Friday, oh what a day. We're here to chill, let the good songs play. Ian and Nano, they're our guide, bringing you the best on this Aloha Friday ride. Grab your friends and gather around as we celebrate the end of the week we found. But Ian and Nano, the fun never ends on Aloha Friday. Let the good times begin. Aloha Friday, oh what a day. We're here to chill, let the good songs play. Ian and Nano, they're our guide, bringing you the best on this Aloha Friday ride. Every week, it's never a bore as we party and laugh on this YouTube show. With Ian and Nano, the fun never ends on Aloha Friday. Let the good times begin.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Real Uncommon Podcast. It's our 105th live stream. Happy Aloha Friday, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We have a really cool program tonight. We have a guest in the studio. We have the blind box giveaways, and then we're doing a giveaway on X. So a lot of stuff going on tonight, you guys, and I hope you guys are ready. Let's get Dee into the studio right now. Dee, how are you? You're muted, Dee.
Oh my gosh.
It's 2 for 2 on a Friday.
Again. Hello. Happy Aloha Friday. It's Aloha Friday.
She can sing. See, casual. She can sing.
Yeah. Happy Aloha Friday, everybody. And happy Aloha Friday to you, Hinano. And we have a very special guest today joining us. Please welcome VideoShane.
What's up, VideoShane? Let's go.
How's everybody doing? Thanks so much for having me on.
Welcome to Hawaii, or at least a virtual version of it.
Yes.
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah, doing great.
Awesome. So before we start, VideoShane, we usually do a cheers. I don't know if you have anything with you. If not, you can just hit the camera with your knuckles. But everybody, happy Aloha Friday and Akole Maluna.
Cheers. Boom.
There we go. All right. So,
water.
What is going on, VideoShane? Thank you for joining us today. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. Yeah, everything's great. Yeah, a lot of exciting things happening in the space for sure.
Oh, yeah,
today was a great drop for the Elmon X team. They had a drop going, which is a really exciting drop. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff happening.
Ooh, oh, that's the bunny thing?
Yeah, it's the bunny. Yeah. It's really, really limited too. And you have an opportunity to get a physical if you collect the entire set of 4. So that's kind of fun. Yeah.
I like that stuff where they mix the digital type of thing. I really wish they would do that with comic books. I want it to come to comic books.
I agree. Well, there was that talk for a while that Candy was going to release the Legacy Cowl as a comic. So I don't know where that is right now, but I know that was the talk for a little bit.
Do you own a Legacy Cowl? Are you in the project?
Yeah. I'm in that project too.
You're like Bones then. You're like in everything.
Oh yeah, I'm in way more projects than I I really should be.
I think we're all kind of like guilty of that pleasure. I gotta
Yeah.
admit. So,
And
well,
then
I'm
there
gonna
were,
let Dee run the show tonight, so it's all up to her.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just going to say there was also the other announcement today that Vivi just announced that they were doing a collab with Elmon X. I don't know if you had a chance to see that or not, but
No.
yeah, they've collaborated before on. I think it was the who's the artist that does the 3D paintings that you look at and you can move.
What's his name?
Vincent.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that person. Yeah, and then they also shared another artist, the guy who does the Lego artwork.
Mhm. Yeah, that one's
They-
Nathan. Yeah.
They both did pieces on both platforms. So
Mm.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
can't remember the one that was just released today. I think it's coming out next Wednesday. Is another artist that's going to be on. It looks like a hand grenade, but it's also a heart. And it comes in different colors. But it's interesting. I was reading about it. They're going to do a physical as well. So they're almost mirroring what Elmon X is doing, which is kind of cool.
Patrick Hughes. Thank you, Tim. Patrick Hughes.
Yeah.
Vincent.
There you go.
Yeah.
How did I get Vincent? Yeah, thanks, Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that. I mean, I did go in some spaces today, but I didn't hear about the collab with Elmon X and Vivi. I'll have to check that out. The
Yeah.
only thing was wait, what just actually got announced? A comic? Oh, the Deadpool comic that's coming up soon or something. Yeah. On
So
DC?
it's Deadpool #1. It's the first
Yeah.
series that he ever had. I believe that's the
Oh.
one with Weapon X. I think he's in that one too. I have the
Okay.
comic. I just haven't read it in a long time, but so I definitely want to go for that.
Mm.
But I want that uncommon cover. I'm a big fan of like sketch art or black and white. I
Oh,
don't know,
okay.
I'm weird
Mhm.
like that, But
Yeah.
yeah, I like that kind of stuff. So the covers right there is something I want to go after specifically for that comic. But I think it drops sometime next week, and it kind of coinciding with the movie, right?
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, they-
interesting. I know that I watch the show all the time, and so I know that you're not a fan of those double wide comics that they
No.
release. Yeah, they don't look. Yeah, they don't look great in your collection for sure because they're weirdly shaped. But a lot of those, the Scotty X ones, they release the black and white as well as the color version. And unfortunately, a lot of them they did those as those double wide kind
They
of
did.
issues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And I'm
nice
not
to
sure what the
have.
purpose is to have the double pane. I would understand if like the back cover had like some art as well,
Right.
but some of it's just the back cover, right?
Yeah,
So
I agree with you.
trying to understand what that's about, but that's all right. But VideoShane, we recently watched a video of you talking about Godzilla at a fan expo, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, what is that
Before we
about?
get into you, can you kind of give us a little bit? And we watched the whole thing, by the way.
Oh my
And I gotta
gosh.
tell you, there was a dude in the front row eating a bunch of food the whole time. It was hilarious.
But another dude, like two chairs from him, was just like, I don't know, he was into it, or I don't
And
know.
then the
It was
dude
very
in the middle
interesting.
kept looking at the dude doing the thing, and then while the
Oh,
other
that's-
dude was eating. I mean, it was cool.
That's so funny. So, I'm in Arizona, and that convention is our local convention. And I've, I think starting 3 or 4 years ago, I started doing some panels at the convention. And so I'm kind of connected with those people. And I mentioned to the guy who runs the panels that I had seen Godzilla -1, and I absolutely loved it. And it was just such an amazing film. And he said, well, I'm actually thinking about doing a Godzilla panel. Would you do it this year? And I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm up to the challenge, but I said, I'll do it. And so, I did a lot of research. We ended up watching like almost 24 straight hours of Godzilla films to prepare for the panel. And I was really, really happy with the turnout. We had like, I don't know, maybe 65 or 75 people in the audience, and they were really into it. I mean, it was almost embarrassing because, I'm up here doing this panel, and there's probably 30 films in the Godzilla kind of library. There's a lot of films with that character. And I said, hey, anybody, who in the crowd here has seen all of the Godzilla films? And like half of the crowd's arms went up. And I'm thinking to myself, well, you guys should be up here doing this panel, not me. But, it went great. We gave out prizes, and, everybody had a really good time. So, yeah, it was very enjoyable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
FF fun fact. I actually was in the movie with Matthew Broderick. That was like the '90s movie, right? It was like
Really?
it was like not really the best Godzilla movie. Yeah, I was extra in the background. I was like playing drums.
Nice.
I also did advertisement for Taco Bell, and apparently Froe Komi was on the same set. And how I got the gig is I used to I was a Tahitian drummer. I used to drum for a Tahitian troupe. And so, like, you know, I would be the guy running in a malo or an underwear and lighting tiki torches. And, you know, I drum for the fire knife dancer and all the hula dance. I'm sorry, not hula dancers, the Tahitian dancers. So, yeah, we did that kind of thing for Taco Bell. And so
Wow.
we were extras in the background for like one of the scenes. I can't remember which one it was. Not me and Amalo, by the way, just because we were there on set actually promoting the film. I went to hotels and they had like a big foot of Godzilla,
Oh,
just like a
wow.
mock-up of his foot, right? And we
Right.
drum. And I remember it was so silly. We had like these little like the headsets on, and they'd be like, "Okay, drum anything," right? And we drum something, and they'd have like pyrotechnics and fires and like ooga booga people.
Wow.
Nothing to our culture, by the way. And then, by the way, they're like, "Stop," and then we'd have to stop. You know, it's like,
Right.
it
Hollywood.
was a fun experience. But yeah, Yellow FF fun fact. I was a part of that Godzilla
That
movie.
is very cool. That is,
And it
yeah.
bombed.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's hard to find the right combination to make something a hit. You know, you could get
Yeah.
all the things in place, and it just doesn't work. But
Or
Yeah.
sometimes maybe it's just not good advertising, because there's some
Yeah.
really good like cult movies out there
yeah,
that never really got its due until later on.
yeah,
know?
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, there's a ton
Yeah.
of films like that. I know, like Big Trouble in Little China is one of my favorite films, and that did not do well when it first came out. And
Yeah.
after it was on home video and people discovered it, that's when it sort of became a cult status.
Oh, I love that movie. I remember The Shadow. That did not do well in theaters, but it did really well in home video. And I love that movie. And I was like, wow, this is pretty cool with Alec Baldwin with his big
Yeah.
face, you know? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And that was like my dad's hero when he was growing up, because you could only listen to that hero on the radio, right?
Right.
Mm.
So
That's very
for
cool.
the kids out there, they don't know what a radio is. That came before that
For
came
the-
before the
for the
iPod.
kids, for the kids out there.
What's an iPod anyway?
Oh my
You know,
gosh. That's
But
too
before
funny.
the iPhones, you know. I mean, I'm from the Walkman era right here, you know.
Yes, yes.
Oh wow, Walkmans and floppy disks.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you.
Hinano
what
is
is it?
famous for making bank from old movies. I didn't make any
Right.
bank, man. I mean, I don't see that money anymore. Trust me,
You
there's
got
no
free Taco
royalties
Bell.
involved.
No.
But yeah, a
Nice.
little FF fun fact. But Shay, before we get started, I want to show you something really quick right here, man.
Okay.
We made you a NFT collection,
Oh
and we
my
do this for
gosh.
every single guest whenever they come on.
That is
So we're going to give
amazing.
away 2 to the crowd, and then the rest is yours. There's 15 here.
Wow.
I made 4 rarities. There is the let me click this right here. It's the classic, which is our version of a common.
Yep.
Yeah, and so VideoShane. I wanted to have some radio waves in the background with you right there. So right there.
Thank
So
you.
you got that one. So there's 5 classics, and then there's 5 uncommons, and the uncommon really is my favorite right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one's pretty rad.
Not just because it's
Um,
uncommon, but
Yeah. And then right here is the Ultra, which is kind of like our ultra rare right there, with a little bit of monitors in the background, because VideoShane, right?
That's right. That's
So-
right. That's right.
And then lastly, this is kind of like a little homage piece right here for you, right here, the portrait.
Nice.
That's your legend, and there's only 2 of these.
Oh, nice.
ooh.
Yes. So we won't give away a legend tonight, but I was going to give away a classic and an uncommon later on in the program.
That is so unbelievably nice
If
of
it's
you to
okay
do
with
that.
you, man.
Yeah, that was so nice of you. Thank you for that, and thank you for de-aging me. It looks, I look 20 years younger. So
Hey,
thank
we
you
all
for
look
that.
good behind AI, right? I got to
That's
tell you
right.
right now.
That's
AI
right.
makes us
Yeah,
look
air
very
brush.
tiny.
Yeah,
Yeah. You look great.
I appreciate it.
Oh.
That's super nice. Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course. And then also, guys, let me find out, where is it at right here. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, guys. Also, for the people that entered for this Darth Maul, we have your wallet addresses. This is still open, by the way. Whoever's watching, there's 26 of you. I believe Superstar Money's on right now. When they're done, I'm sure people will come on here. So now's your chance. Get in there and put in your wallet address, and you have to type "I love Maul," and then we will put you guys on a wheel an hour from now, or a little bit from now. We'll run that, as well as the blind box giveaway. All right. VideoShanes, thank you for coming and joining us, my friend. We want to know all about you. We want to know your social security number, your favorite color, where you live. But we'll start with the easy one first. How did you find this space, and what got you into this space?
Okay, so I've been a collector of comics my entire life, and then transitioned into collecting toys as well. So I started off in the world of physical collecting, and I ended up having to sell a book of mine to cover some unexpected costs, and it was a Turtles #1 actually, and yeah, it hurt. It still hurts today. I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, you got to sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But the process to do it was excruciating, and it took a full year to do the sale. The reason it took a full year is because, a book of that price, you want to make sure that you do it right because, to get the most out of it. And so it just so happened that CGC was having a signing by Eastman, and you could send your book in, and I sent it in, and I was going to pay for the remark as well as the signature, and CGC overbooked. And so they didn't let us know for like a month that they had mistakenly overbooked. And so they had to physically drive out there with all of the other books to his house to finish the signing, which happened like 3 or 4 months later. So then I didn't get the book back until so this all started in January. And I don't think they got the book back until maybe June or July. Whoa. And then, and so then I wanted to use an auction house to do the sale just to protect myself, because you don't want to take a chance of selling something like that on eBay and somebody, say they didn't get it or whatever. Yeah. And
you want the middleman to help.
Exactly. And so I went with an auction house, and they were doing a special auction in October or November for signature books. And they said, could you hold off until then? I'm like, okay. So by the time they get their funds and by the time I got my funds, it was a full year. And so that whole process and then at that time, things were starting to go a little sour with eBay sales. I don't know if you're familiar with how, some people are, claiming that they didn't get things or taking pictures of empty boxes and sending that off to eBay. And eBay has a tendency to only take the buyer's word for it and never ask the seller their opinion. They just instantly take the funds away from you, and you're out the item, the sales cost and the shipping cost and everything. You're just out everything. And
you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, and you can submit a form to them and say, hey, this I actually sent this. Here's the proof. Yeah. 2 months will go by and they, whatever. That's the situation with eBay. And so it made me open my eyes to what else is out there. And that's when I first discovered Vivi. I discovered Vivi right around the time of the Golden Moments. And
a lot of people.
Yeah, right. And it was exciting. The whole idea, well, at the time you didn't have a marketplace, but I could sense where things were going with that. And it was just an exciting time. I'm sure, a lot of us got involved, early on with Vivi and the whole, the excitement, especially around that time of the prices going crazy and everything. And then when the marketplace opened and I realized you could just sell stuff and you don't have to worry about shipping and, money's in your account, and it just seems like a much more fun way to do it. And from being a physical collector for all those years, I have bins and bins of stuff, all over the place, and comic boxes, and
I see a lot of books behind you.
Yeah, and I collect. Well, I'm a collector of way too many things. You might even say hoarder. But all the stuff behind me is I collect movies as well, VideoShane, and so I'm really into steel books. Those are really fun, and some of them are more rare than others. And there's some enjoyment that I get from that. And plus, when people come over to the house, there's definitely the advantage of physical collecting is that when somebody comes over to the house to visit, they can come into the computer room and say, oh, they learn about you, as a human being and what your interests are and see, what you're into. So, I still definitely find a balance of getting physical as well as digital. That's why I find it really interesting, with Elmon X doing the physical and digital. Like, I don't know if you can see, if I move my head way in the back there on this side, I did the Elmon X, the little soldiers.
Oh,
I ended up getting a silver one, which was really super lucky. And then some of that stuff, like I'm in Mattel does their Hot Wheels, so I have like
Yes.
4 or 5 of those, the NFTs, and then next to that is one of the Funko.
He's memorized it, D. Look.
I know,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
So yeah, Funko does that too, where you buy packs, and then if you open the right one, then like 4 months later, they'll send you a physical NFT item in the mail, and that's kind of fun because you forget about it, and then 4 months later, the little package shows up in the mail, and you're like, oh, it's a little gift. It's like Christmas.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
my comic book shop, but the only problem is I got to drive to them.
Right? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we're kind of like you because, like, right here, I just picked up. There's a Star Trek. There's a starship right here.
Oh, nice,
I've got like Tokidoki right here.
nice.
There's like Matchbox right here, and a bunch of other stuff. I'm like you. I collect movies. Above me is a bunch of movies.
Nice.
On behind here on this door, there's a bunch of movies. Down below, there's a bunch of movies. My wife's been telling me to get rid of them because they just take up space. I can't.
Don't get rid of them. Don't get rid of them.
I still have my HD DVDs. You remember
Nice.
those?
Oh yeah, I do remember those. Yeah. Well, look at
So-
the VHS tapes that are selling now on CGC or their offshoot. I forget what the offshoot was that does the grading on VHS tapes. But like there was just a sale. I think it was for like a first print Jaws #1, Jaws like VHS that's still sealed. It went for like $32,000 or something like that.
You're kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people that have gotten away from their physical movie collections, and I'm just going to say I personally would keep them because,
Yeah.
right now, currently, I have a ton of stuff on iTunes and on Vudu, and I don't actually own them. I can't sell them. There's no digital ownership of that kind of digital content. Same thing with any albums you've bought, off of iTunes. You don't actually own any of those either. So that's what
Correct.
also excited me about this idea of digital ownership. And so that's kind of how I got into the whole thing for sure.
So you know what I've done actually? So like specifically on the DVDs, because I got a crap ton of DVDs, I actually copied them all and I digitized them. So I actually have them in a thumb drive. I take
Nice.
that thumb drive whenever we go travel, plug it into a computer, and like, well, we have a whole library of movies,
Yep.
TV shows. Now it's very time consuming.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the processing all that, it takes a while. So yeah, it took a while to like move the collection from digital to, or I guess analog to digital, if you want to say.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, in fact, I used to do it with VHS too. Remember
Yeah.
when you could actually digitize a VHS with like MGI Video Wave or whatever that thing was called?
Yep. Absolutely.
So, yeah, man, I can relate for sure. Anything you want to add to that?
Well,
Hopefully
yeah,
something
you were,
good.
I actually miss seeing like a store because we used to always go to a Blockbuster when they're around,
Yeah.
and just seeing like VHSs, and nowadays like kids don't even know what those are. I'm like, you don't know what that is. Like it's kind of sad, but it's
Right.
sad but not, because it's modern technology now. Everything's on their phones or their iPads and whatnot. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, I wish.
no, wait.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I wish my mom kept all our VHSs, because a lot of the movies that I watched when I moved to Hawaii were from VHS,
Yeah.
like Terminator 2 and TMNT Secret of the Ooze and
There you go.
Boomerang. I can't believe my mom let me
Oh,
watch
wow.
Boomerang.
Boomerang. Wow.
yeah.
Oh, Boomerang was the
And, like,
greatest.
Some movies that now I'm like, wow, my mom let me watch that when I was like in elementary.
Those are like all the HBO
Yeah.
movies, right?
Yeah,
Those
yeah.
Summertime HBO movies. Nothing to Lose with Chevy Chase. And
Oh,
Sean
yeah, yeah.
Candy,
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Dee. I think that there was definitely the community aspect of going to Blockbuster as well, and being able to talk to other people that were standing next to you and talk to the people behind the counter and hear what movies. And that was really before, I think, the internet, and you could find out stuff much more easily. And so that's why I love spaces like this, when you can get together and talk with people of like minds. Because my immediate friends, they're not really into, digital collectibles. And so it's hard to have that conversation. So it's great to be able to get together in our community. That's why I love about Discord as well. You can jump on and talk with people who have, like mind and share ideas. We're just doing it digitally now instead of at the store where you got a VHS in your hand.
The one thing about the store, I remember when Dee and I started dating, and if you remember this, Dee, we would, and I'm glad you brought this up, because when we would go to that store, just like how we are right now on a Friday night, we would end up staying in there for like an hour and a half, because we'd see someone we knew, and then we would talk to somebody new just by a movie, right? And the new release is like, oh, did you see that? I'm like, yeah, this is such a great movie. I remember we talked about Armageddon. Now, Armageddon came out a while ago, but just, I remember we were talking about, like, it was such a horrible movie. It was so great, because it was so badly made. Space shuttles with skis. You can't go wrong with a bad movie that was so good, right?
It's got Ben Affleck and it's got Bruce Willis. How can you go wrong?
Right. And they're gonna blow up an asteroid.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
The shuttle was
corny, but it's a good movie.
It was a great movie. Yeah,
and
but
you.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead, wife. Go ahead, my love.
You can tell like who's watched previous movies that you have, because by like the movie quotes, like if you're talking story,
right,
and they just like spit something and you're like, oh, I know where that came from, like I know what movie you watched that from. And it's so like kids nowadays just they don't understand.
Wait, are you talking about us? Because I'm a movie reference guy, VideoShane. I mean? I'm like a Mr. Hang On to Your Butts kind of a thing, or an Hey You Guys thing. And I'll do a reference to her, and she'll look at me like, "What are you talking about?" I'm like, "No, we're not on the same page." But then you go talk to your buddies, and you say some silly line like, "All right," and they're like, "All right."
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. I think about that all the time. I constantly am thinking about movies that, they stick in my head of, different scenes and different lines of dialogue. Absolutely. I mean, one of my favorites that I think about all the time is, I don't know if you've ever saw Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
I do. Yeah, I
do. Okay. So there's a scene in there when they walk out of the apartment and they really just go to the end of the hall. And he's like, "Oh, I forgot my phone." And he goes, "We've gone too far." And I think about that a lot. Like if there's some, still a little thing, I'm like, nah, we've gone too far.
Oh, that was a good movie. That was a cult classic.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a cult classic for sure.
The second one this is okay,
Yeah, but that's when I was like, we went to the store after, and they had those burgers. I was like, oh, are they actually like that good? But I don't think we ever bought them to try them out, but.
I think White Castle.
They're not that good in the microwave.
No, they're not that. Yeah,
you gotta have the White Castle ones.
Yeah, you got to go. Yeah, to direct to the store, and the good thing is they have them in Vegas. Just so you know.
Okay, I thought the franchise closed down.
No. They have them in Vegas for sure.
Oh, do they have gluten-free bread? Because I can't eat wheat anymore.
Oh no, that's no good.
It sucks.
Oh
man,
I miss walking into a Subway and just be like, "A foot long, please." Even though a foot long looks like a 6-inch these days. So, but I want to say so. Like we're talking about movie quotes, right? Here's one that always sticks in my head, and it's the weirdest one. You watched Congo before, right?
Yeah, but it's been a long time.
Okay. So like in the very beginning, like they get stuck at like the Nigerian border or whatever. And so the warlord that's running the airport, like brings them to the office. And so Laura Dern starts like trying to like bribe him with money. And then you got Tim Curry, who's Mr. Homolka, who's supposed to be like their guide into the Congo. Okay. And the warlord can't stand him. Okay. And so Homolka's eating his sesame cake.
Okay.
And I can't remember the actor. You know who this guy is. Maybe we have to Google the guy, but like he goes and tells him, "Mr. Homolka, stop eating my sesame cake. You piece of beep. Stop it. You know this piece of beep? He's a piece of beep. Stop eating my sesame cake now." Oz, you know what I'm talking about.
That's too funny.
This guy Oz, he's a movie buff like you.
Oh, nice.
So, he's a big movie buff. So like every time we do a line, and I tell him this is my favorite line in a show is like, "Mr. Homolka, stop eating my sesame cake." So, You got to go and watch Congo again.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
And then you'll laugh after.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
be
That's too funny.
out some lines too, because Hinano does it randomly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
I'm like
you
trying to
got
like
to.
think, what movie is that from? He's like, don't. Are you googling it? I'm like, no.
Nope.
Googling it. Yeah.
I'm not
I'll
googling
randomly
it.
drive. I'll randomly drive. All right. Hang on to your butts, baby. You're like, what?
Your buns. There's a lot of great lines from Jurassic Park for sure.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
When
Clever girl.
when the bill comes, don't cheap out on me now.
Yeah. No, we're spared no expense.
That's right. We spared no expense. I use that one a lot too.
Oh, yeah. Oh
Ernie
man.
Hudson. Ernie
Yeah.
Hudson.
I can't wait to meet you in real life. We're all gonna get along real.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm looking forward to it. Vegas is gonna be a blast.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
fun.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be fun.
Since we're talking about movies, you know,
Yes.
it says on your profile that you're a director and also a storyteller and filmmaker.
Yes,
Can we get
yes.
some confirmation on that?
Those are beans.
So in real life, I make video. I work for a company that we do video production on a daily basis. But I also do short films, and I lived in LA for a little while and made some films out there. I was actually in a independent produced feature film, and you'll be surprised I played Jesus.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let's
Did you
go.
have long hair
Oh,
at the time,
man.
or-
So there's some alpha right
Let me
there.
redesign your NFT. I'll be right back.
Yeah, redesign it.
Yeah, do a secret rare.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's
White light.
yeah, exactly. A little glowing behind me. Too funny. Yeah, yeah. We had a good time when we were in LA. I was there for just a handful of years, but yeah, we did some fun stuff for sure.
Nice.
Is that
Yeah, yeah.
available to see? That-
No, and I
No?
hope that nobody ever sees it. It's not good. It's not good. But it was a lot of fun to make, and met some really, really great people while we were making it. So
We say the same thing about this podcast. Like for me, I feel like I'm amateur hour because don't get me wrong. As much as everyone thinks that this is like magic, it's all a facade. Everything is like a 99 cents Cracker Jack box type of programming here, and everything thrown together with some spitball and baling wire. You know.
well, I mean, I'll just say I enjoy it, and I enjoy watching it every
Thanks.
week. And I I do, like I told you before, I do everything I can to try and get the word out. And we do some trivia nights and game nights on McFarlane, and I make sure to call out Dee whenever she's in there, and I'm always trying to be encouraging. The people in the trivia are so fast. I
Oh
mean,
my
within
gosh,
just
yes, they are.
unbelievable. We did a game night. We tried to change it up, and I kind of took the idea actually from Kid Arcade, where he does the image reveal, and did something like that. And we did movie posters, and I literally revealed a tiny little square that was just blue in color. And I think it was the comic guy actually got it within a second. He's like, Jaws. I'm like, how in the heck
Right?
do you have, and Dee is in the audience typing like, what the heck is going on?
Oh my God,
It's
Guarantee
amazing.
she's
Yeah,
getting
like,
frustrated. I
How
know.
Yeah.
does that even work? Like a
I
tiny
know.
little block, and you get that from it?
I know. They're geniuses. They're geniuses. Yeah. And when we do the trivia nights and the questions come up, I mean, they know them just instantly. It's hard to come up with good questions that, actually stump people for sure.
You know who you got to get in there and who's really good at trivia is the community manager for Cryptoys, Poof.
Oh,
Try playing against that guy.
Oh,
And
really?
He does not give you chances either. When you play whatever trivia he's doing, he's right there with you. He's there to compete.
Oh,
it's
wow.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's there with you. So half the time, either he's winning or like Bones. Bones is another one. Gosh,
Yeah.
he's super quick.
He
Wow.
is, yeah. Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
another super great person. I do everything I can to try and promote his show as well. He just seems like a genuine human being. Anybody that's out there trying to produce content, I'm always trying to help them out any way I can.
Same with
Yeah.
us. When we first started this, that was the whole purpose of this, was to like not really necessarily interact with the people that have already been on stage and done content, but try to like stay on the ground level and interact with everyone here. And I want to say we're doing the mission properly because, you know, we've had so much different people come through our doors, and now either they're making their own content or their own project, or they're writing their own blogs. And that was the biggest goal with this, was to like empower everyone in the community and tell them that, hey, I'm a Joe Schmo up here who shouldn't be here. I hate taking pictures. You know what I mean? Yes, D, I run away from a camera. You'll never see me on film or anything like that, other than that one time I was in this Godzilla movie.
That's
but
right.
other than
That's
that,
right.
yeah, like I shouldn't be here, but I'm here. And, you know, it's a testament to everyone else that they can do it as well.
Yeah.
And so, like, you know, people like Bones, I love seeing new creators come out, evolve. Larry from you know, Chillin' and Vibing with his podcast, you know, I love that. You know, more people that in this space, and then they communicate, they create. It brings more people in my opinion. You know what I mean? I don't know. What do you think about that, VideoShane?
Oh, absolutely. I 100% agree. Anybody, yeah, I try and support, like I said, anybody that I can. And, you know, my whole thing is, if you can bring more art into the world, it just makes the world a better place. You know, I'm a big supporter of Kid Arcade and, you know, the stuff that he does on his show, and all the artwork that he produces, and the artwork that you're producing as well. You know, anything I can do to try and get that word out and bring more art into the world. And, you know, even this show, it really is a piece of art. You're doing it, you're putting in the work, and yeah, it comes through. And the thing is, in my opinion, you're bringing joy to people. You're giving people, you know, a fun place to relax and share their ideas. And yeah, that's all just makes the world a better place. So I'm all for it.
He gets it, D. He gets it. I always tell everybody we're the show about nothing, but in reality, that's really what it's about. You know what I mean? Coming together and talking story and just having a good time. Speaking of talking story, there is one thing I've always wanted to ask you. It's my understanding you know Todd McFarlane.
Yes.
You know, I hear there's a rumor you know him.
Yeah.
So how did you meet the guy, and you know, how did you get involved with him and, you know, his team?
Well, okay, so I got involved in that project really early on when they first announced it. I really thought it was an interesting project, and I liked the idea that they were doing essentially when it first started, you had to buy physicals in order to get the digitals, and I thought they had a really unique opportunity to do something different in the space because they have such a huge platform with their toy line, and so I became involved, you know, pretty early on, and joined Discord, and I was kind of helping out in the background. And, you know, it started off just volunteering my time and giving back to the community in any way that I could. And then I think it was, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 months after of volunteering, you know, they asked if I wanted to, you know, help them out and be a mod on the platform. And so I got a chance to go out last year to San Diego to their pre-party that happens the day before San Diego Comic-Con. And so yeah, it was super fun. I got to, you know, hang out with Todd, and there's 2 different parties that happen, and yeah, it was really, really enjoyable. I'll just share this quick story just because I think it's funny. So I have a friend of mine who's I don't know about you guys, but I have some friends that just really are not into the whole idea of digital collecting. And I have one friend in particular who's just really negative about it. So I went up to Todd at the party and I said, "Hey, can I ask you for a favor? I got a buddy of mine who's being just a total butt. Can we record a video of you just telling him to shut up and get with the program?" And so Todd was just super nice, and we filmed an ussy together of him, and he goes, "Hey, who's your friend?" And he goes, "Hey, listen, you better get on board here. This is where things are going." And so I sent it to my friends, and my other friends in the group were like, "Oh my gosh, mic drop. You just had Todd McFarlane call him out. That's it." So it was, yeah, whatever. Yeah. So it was super fun. Yeah, he's just super nice guy. Very approachable. And yeah, he's very hands-on with the project. Yeah. So
yeah, I love that he's
time.
hands-on. Big. So what I noticed in the Discord is he's like super hands-on, like hands-on as in you can actually approach him and talk to him. You know, he gives the opportunity, right? And he's a straight shooter. I love that. You know, like I love how, like, so the first time he was in Discord, you know, I think he shocked everyone because he kind of set the stage and said, "Yo, this is how it is." And then he said how it is, and then after that, it's like, okay,
Right.
who's first, right?
Yeah.
So I like that though. I like people, especially someone who's running a ship that makes himself accessible, makes himself able to talk to like the guy like me and you and anybody else. That's endearing to me. Another person who also does that is Will. Will's another person that I've noticed that does the same thing.
I have a tremendous amount of respect for Will. He seems like a real genuine person, and I love his attitude about wanting, the entire space to rise, together and support each other. So I and he's got a great vision. I think that's what's interesting about the space is to see how all the different platforms are kind of going at it, because it's still really brand new. I know that, Vivi's been around for, a few years now, 4 years or something like that, maybe longer. And, but it's still in its infancy and still trying to find its legs and find out what it looks like and overcome a lot of the negativity, unfortunately, that's out there about digital collectibles. And that's going to take a little while to get past, for sure. But, Todd even made some really great points at, I don't know if you saw the video from him at one of the conventions talking about, and he made the comparison to, somebody who lives in, say, Japan, and they've got this, small living space, and they can't physically collect as many physical toys as other people. And to be able to collect digitally is another avenue for that person to still enjoy the hobby of collecting. And I 100% agree with that. And I'm right there with them. Even though I have more space available, I still prefer the idea of having it in my phone with me at all times. To be able to show people while you're out and about.
We have friends like that. They could care less about digital collecting. They think I'm crazy that I like to collect digital comic books. I mean, don't even get me started on the comic book guys here. Although we do have one guy here who's very open-minded to it, and he's more of like a businessman. I mean, he sells online versus the other guy does not sell online. He's one of those typical guys that he wants to do it this way, and I understand totally. But the only problem with that is, he's got like the best stuff because he's got all the vintage stuff, but I got to drive to him, and living on an island stinks because it's like an hour and a half drive to that comic book store. So like trying to make a trip out there, we have to really plan it out. Yeah. And I've got pre-orders I haven't picked up in months that's been sitting there, probably crusty in a box. So
I hope he's not charging a storage fee for that.
No, I love the guy. I love the guy. But yeah, he's another guy that's met Todd before, and he explained to me, he's a very eccentric guy, and he's a straight shooter. And then when I saw him in the Discord for the first time, I'm like, holy crap, you're right. This guy is like a straight shooter. But yeah, so a lot of people don't like collecting digital over here.
Yeah, I my feeling is that the two worlds can exist together. I think that's one of the exciting things about the McFarlane platform too, is that you've got now they're selling the toys that are Fidgetals, and they come with a digital code inside the box. And I think about that in the same way that I think about, these discs that are on my shelf. A lot of times you'll buy a disc and it says comes with the digital. So it's just like the same idea. You're getting two products essentially for the price of one. And both can exist in the same world. The same thing with VV selling the comic books. There's a huge value in going into a comic shop. I don't know how you feel about that, but when I think about it, I think about that show in the 80s, Cheers, when you walk into the bar and everybody knows your name and they yell out, "Hey, there's Hinano," right? Let me get your box for you. They know who you are, and there's that community, almost coming back to the Blockbuster idea. There's definitely a value to that, and I think both worlds can live together.
Yeah, I agree. However, when we first started on VV, I think, well, at least for myself, it was mainly to save space. And have easy access to everything digitally. But then when you start talking to people in the community and they're sharing like what they match physically with, what they have on the app, we're like, that'll be so cool. And then when we started going to the comic shop, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have this. I have to match it. Yeah. So then now
I created a monster video.
20 boxes later.
When I brought my comic books home, I remember she's like, "Oh, what is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's a box of comic books." You know what I mean? I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then she got into VV, and it took her a while to buy the physical. It took her a while to buy the digital, actually, and then she got into physical. But now it's like she's the one that buys a short box whenever we go to the comic book store because
Nice.
she just can't help herself. She's got
Nice.
more Superman and Batman in here than me because she
Wow.
got it from what's his name? Corey, VV Knight.
Movie night, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he'd hook her
Yeah.
up, but like between us now, I think we have like around maybe 25 short boxes here.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's a
And then
lot.
it's a lot. And
Yeah.
then we have more downstairs in the garage. But then again, some of
Wow.
this is for the UCBC.
Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, so but we have that. Not to mention we have like all of our physicals. We also have the Todd McFarlane with the digital and physical outside on top of our shelves, and we're running out of
Nice.
room here, and we have a baby coming. So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, I watch your show all the time, like I said, and on the Tuesday nights, you've mentioned a couple of times, Dee, that you buy books just to read them, and I think that when you do that, when you become engaged in the story, that helps you want to stay connected to the material, and it makes sense that you would do that transition to the physical just because of your connection to it. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, though, as far as wanting to just have the digital, just for the space savings.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it.
But yeah, it's so cool though. It's cool to just be collecting and sharing with other people. Because when I did see what Hinano had collected or what he saved from when he was younger, I was really surprised because there was some stuff like the Batman. I was like, wow, because when I was younger, my brother had all of that because he was a huge Batman fan. And I've always loved Wonder Woman, but he always got all the cool stuff, like all the comic books, all the toys, action figures. And so I would have to like sneak when he wasn't home and like, just open it up, read some stories, and then play with his little action figures before he got back home. But then, when BB came along, I actually texted him and I'm like, do you still have like, your comic books from when we were younger? He's like, no, mom threw those away. Those are just trash.
No.
Mom just, they're
Yeah.
not home anymore. They don't
Right.
need this. So I was like, no. So
Yeah.
when I saw Hinano's collection, I was like, wow, that's so cool that you still have something from like years ago when we were younger, and it's
Yeah.
still, popular in our community till today. So yeah, I thought
Absolutely.
that was really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of which, I'm more into. No, it's not a hard question. I was just, and I think I asked you this before, because I really like DC characters. That's
Yeah.
what I started with and gravitate more to. But dealing with or being involved with McFarlane,
Yeah.
did that kind of have like also like an influence of you being in that project as well, liking DC stuff, or
No, to be honest with you, no, because we didn't know early on that was going to come over. It started off with actually the dragon. No, it started off with 3 different Spawn figures, and then I think Dragons was after that. And so, I got involved because of Image and because of McFarlane himself. I was around during that time when that group of artists broke away and started Image Comics, and so that really had an impact on me, and just appreciating their art, and I guess them wanting to be free to do their own thing and not under the restraints of a larger corporation like a Marvel or a DC. So no, so my initial entrance into that platform was more about wanting to follow Todd and what they were going to be doing.
yeah, that's so cool. One
Yeah.
day I will meet Todd.
Yeah,
One
one
day.
day you will. Well, that's one of the exciting things too about, I know the Superstar guys are big on the whole idea of utility, and I'm in their camp as well. I think utility is one of the things that could drive the whole industry forward. And, we did that with being able to get access to the event before San Diego Comic-Con, and to be able to get holding a certain item allowed you to get in to be able to get a ticket to that event, which is unbelievable. I mean, it's a fantastic event. I can see there's just a multitude of ways that whole idea of utility could come to fruition. And like I said, we're still in the infancy, and I could just theorize, in my head what that means. But none of us really know. I think Cryptoys seems to me like they have a really clear vision for what their path forward is. I love that they've got an outline laid out and they're sticking to it and kind of checking things off the boxes as they go along. I'm also really interested in the Disney Pinnacle project as well. The whole idea of the pins. And that whole project is really still early because you don't have a marketplace for that. But they've opened up the idea of trading pins with other people, and they've done 2 of those events so far, and those events have been really exciting, and it creates just a tremendous amount of excitement in their Discord and people setting up trades, and I've got this and I've got that, let's try and complete my set. And so there's a real excitement to that, and I could see that easily transitioning over into bringing your phone into a Disney park and walking up to one of the Disney traders and being able to do a trade digitally. And if that happens, then I think all bets are off at that point for that project. Just could go crazy.
Yeah, I didn't realize how many people are like into pin collecting.
Yeah.
Until like because Steph, I don't know if you know her, she's a huge Disney person, and so she was showing like pictures of like the physical pins, and I'm like, holy crap, there's like so many, and I guess there's actual people at the parks that just go there to just trade pins.
Yes, they go there just to trade. They'll bring a book that they open up and it has all of their pins in it. I mean, it is there are people that are super into pin trading. I'm not into the physical side of it. Once again, for me, it's just about the idea of having things digitally. And I'm super impressed with the way that their platform works and just being able to rotate the pins. And they've added a couple of pins that have some special features. I forget what their name for it is, but it's like you spin the pin and then it reveals a video clip. I forget I'm drawing a blank on what that is. Maybe somebody in the audience knows. What's that? That's on Pinnacle. Yeah. Okay. So like if they release, they do 2 different types of releases. They'll do like their standard release, and it'll have 3 pins and then 4 rarities of each of those 3 pins. And they do it a really interesting way too, which I find kind of interesting. It's not a set number of pins. They have it open for I think it's like 2 or 3 weeks, and however many sell, that's how many sell. And you can buy it 2 different ways. You can go in and buy a pack, and then you get what you get, and it's like $6.95. Or they have a rotating store that every so often the more hard to find pins will show up in the store, and you can buy those. And they're elevated prices, obviously. They're I think it's like
$30.
$9, yeah. Then 30. Then the highest one is 20. It's 23 over here. But and then they do these limited edition sets that'll come out every month or so. And they just did one this last. Was it Thursday?
They're kind of pricey though.
They are very pricey. They're $50 a pin for those limited edition ones. So they are very spendy. And it's the amount of disposable income that some people have is just shocking to me. Like I'll see they'll post in Discord, here's the 20 pins that I got, and I'm like, that's like thousands of dollars that you just dropped. And I'm thinking to myself, because they go really fast, and like you had to get on there and buy and buy and buy. It's like, I think about those people at the casino just constantly pulling the lever to for the slot machine.
Sounds like
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Right. So it's pretty amazing. How into it people are, especially with it not having a marketplace. So
I was one of them. I got in early. I bought all the what is that? The season 1 pins, like the Star Wars, mainly because I'm collector, right? So the first thing I think of, even though I know it's questionable now about digital, is the first appearance of a character on a blockchain. But for me, I'm like, well, that's an actual blockchain, which is Flow, and so I kind of played it on that, and then also with with hopes of maybe utility paired to the parks.
Yes,
I know that there was something that was said in the Discord in terms of that where it may not happen. But we don't know, But I'm in the same camp with you. 100% behind utility, which is why we try to offer utility on every single thing that we offer here on the podcast.
Right.
Just to kind of like put some value into something. Even something we give away for free, we try to put some value into it. So
yeah, I 100% agree, and I love that McFarlane is just experimenting with that as well. You know, with the burning mechanism and some of the other kind of things that they're playing around with to see what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah. And speaking of utility, congratulations
Oh, thank you.
on
Yes.
on winning that from Superstar Money and their collab with
Yeah.
Gold
Yes.
Dragon Club. That
I
is
got-
awesome.
Got super lucky. I mean,
congrats right there.
thank
That's
you,
for you
thank
right
you,
there.
thank you. Well,
Yeah.
I've been watching Superstar Money for a really long time. I think I mentioned to you guys off camera, but that DCon event that happened a couple of years ago, I ended up meeting just a whole bunch of people there and met both Joe and Rob there, and they're just super nice people in person. And
Wait,
yeah.
you came to Decon?
Wait, you were in Anaheim?
yeah, the year that they announced Lambo and they had the big curtain
Yeah.
We
reveal.
were there.
You were there.
Yeah. See, if we would have known, we could have hung out then. But
Oh.
that was a super fun event. And Vivi had a party. There was a bowling party that did you go to that as well?
Yes, I went to everything.
Oh,
What's so funny is we probably passed each other
Yeah.
by and never knew. Like the Biggest Bro, we never started hanging out with the Biggest Bro until we came back to Hawaii.
wow.
You know, even Fro. You know, we never started hanging out. A lot of the people we hang out with is because we met them through this podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
that's pretty amazing. Well,
but
anyway,
it was
so
Decon that kind of like did it. But anyways, go ahead.
yes, Decon, yes, that was a great event. And so I've been watching their show for a really long time, and then they announced that event or the contest, and I figured, well, you know what the heck, I went and I rolled the dice and bought one of the Golden Dragons. So I joined the Golden Dragon Club, which is a super an amazing club to be a part of, and they give you utility, and that group funds it all by themselves. You know, it's not connected to Vivi at all. I think that's just unbelievably amazing that this group does this. And they had this contest for a trip to Disney, and because I bought there was 2 Golden Dragons they put on the market, and I ended up buying one of them, and it got you like 50 extra entries into the contest. And then I own a couple of the Star Boys as well, and so that gave you a few more entries. And so anyway, so if you go back and watch that episode, like you'll see on the wheel that they spin, like my section was like super wide because I had all these entries, and then it went right around mine and went to like one other person that had like one entry.
Yeah.
Of course. So then I was like, that's a bummer. And then they spun it for a second time to see if, in case that person couldn't go. And then it was another person. I'm like, oh man. So then they spun it a third time, and then my name came up. And as it turns out, those first 2 people weren't able to go. And so we're able to take advantage of it, which is, really amazing.
Let's go, man.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
excited.
really-
Is this the first time you're going to Florida or Disneyland?
No,
Florida?
we've been one other time, so this will be the second time I'm going to. But my wife is a huge Disney fan, so
perfect.
yeah, so it'll be great. So we're looking
Oh,
forward
that's
to it.
awesome.
Yeah.
Just you and your wife taking your whole
Yeah.
family with?
No, we're just gonna do just the 2 of us, just kind of relax
how
and
cool.
just sit by the pool and just chill.
Well, that's
Oh, that's
Vegas for us,
awesome.
but I don't know if we'll be doing any relaxing, but we'll see what happens with that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you guys will have to be kind of your first time away from the baby, and
Yeah.
to get a
Yeah.
chance to get a little bit of a break. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
Luckily, we
my
have
son
the
will
older
be
daughter who can kind of like at least help the baby over here, and then because my
Nice.
parents are going to be watching. My parents
Yeah.
live with me, so it kind of helps that. they
Oh,
live with
nice.
me for this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's
live in a
great.
Hawaiian household, so that's kind of how it works out.
gotcha. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Makes sense.
But that's totally cool because when I was watching, like I mentioned to you, when we try to watch Superstar Money's videos, every day that they post it. when
Yeah.
we can. And so I was just like, watching it and trying to send some NFTs out, and they were announcing it. I'm like, oh no way! Like the 2 people. I mean, unfortunately they couldn't go. But I'm like, hey, I know that guy. That's so awesome. Like 7 days to not pay for like a big
Yeah.
portion of that.
Yeah, it's
Like,
huge. It's
wow,
a
that is
huge. It's a
huge.
huge prize. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm indebted to the Superstar guys. They're super nice people, and
They are.
I'm just like you. I watch their show every single day, and drives my family nuts. I'm like, I'll be sitting on the couch and I go, you know what time it is, everybody, and I go, superstar money, right? And then they get up and leave the room because I'll watch it in the front room on the Apple TV and so I'll take over the whole front room to watch it.
My daughter only likes the very beginning when they start punching each other.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was okay. So we went to Decon.
Yeah.
The Superstar Money and My Collectibles were her favorite. My Collectibles was the
nice.
iPad man.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
had an
yeah.
iPad, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then Superstar Money was always the punching and all
Yep.
that. She loved the
Yeah.
punching. So those guys were so cool. Not only did they hang out with her, they sat down, had dinner with her.
Oh,
they gave her a
nice.
free shirt. Yeah, they
Yeah.
put her
Nice.
on camera. I love those guys.
Yes.
Those were the first guys that believed in us. They
Nice.
literally believed in us. Because I told Dee, we're going to do a one and done. That's it. You know, nobody's
Yeah.
going to watch us. I think Rob's stuff also kind of gave us some encouragement. Also, Aaron. But Joe was so big on, do this. And then he told me, you need to start using YouTube. Because we were actually only on X. I don't know if, we never did YouTube. We actually did the first 4 episodes on X. Because Elon took over and you could do 1 hour of content. Before it was like only 1 minute.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And it was only supposed to be 15 minutes, VideoShane. Look at that. We're at an hour already. So.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Oh wow. Time flies.
Yeah, but real quick, just back to that Decon event, because it was that was a huge event for me as well. And it's so funny, fanboying with, all these people that you watch on YouTube. I got pictures with, Rob and Joe and with My Collectibles, and I Sleep in Comics was there. I got one of his wristbands, and Randy Chavez was there. I mean, yeah, it was like everybody that I had watched anything on YouTube, they were all there to, it was just a really cool event. Yeah.
I was nervous. The first night we got to, and I don't get nervous. I'm not a nervous person. I think I've said this on camera before, but I got there and I told Dee, oh my gosh, I'm a bit nervous. We saw James. We saw VV Vibes at the time before he changed to Digital Vibes. I said, he's a pretty tall guy. I'm like, Dee, look, there's VV Vibes. She's like, go talk to him. I'm like, you go talk to him.
Go talk to him.
And she looks at me and like, are you nervous?
Yeah.
Baby. And now we're good friends, right? But I was nervous.
Right.
And so, but luckily, and this was just out of pure luck, we get to the booth, we turn a corner, we bump right into My Collectible. Like we bump into him.
Yeah.
Like, we go like that, boom, and like, holy crap, it's Aaron. And
right.
that was it. We met him. He's the same person he was on camera.
Yep.
And that was it. We started talking to every single person. We started being ourselves. We met the Batman who laughs, who's in front of us.
Wow.
We met another guy behind us.
I don't
with his wife
remember
and
him.
kids.
So sorry.
That's okay. We met VV Meister, and I'm like you. I had such a good time.
Yeah.
I got a story about sleeping. Okay, so I got really wasted at Mr. MC1's party with VV Vibes. Who else was there? VV Meister, MC. No, MC actually was smart. He ran away. But I was with VV Vibes and VV Meister, just drinking. Oh, and Silicon. Silicon was there. I got to meet Silicon for the first time, and I got trashed. So then the next day, I did not make it to the Lambo thing because I was so trashed.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was like around 10:30, 11 o'clock. I get a call from Ghost 888. Dimitri, my friend, where are you? I'm like, I'm in bed.
I'm in bed.
You're late. Our photo shoot. We're supposed to take a photo shoot with Sleepin'. And I'm like, oh shit. So then we put everything on. We wait for our Uber. Our Uber is taking forever to get there. And granted, it's like a 10-minute walk, right? But I wanted to get there quick. So I end up running, and I left him in the dust to get there.
Oh my gosh.
I ran, and Sleepin' said you had to be like at this fountain. Sleepin', are you still here? You remember this? I get to the convention center and I'm there, I'm sweating, and nobody's there.
Oh my gosh.
What the heck is going on? I walk in there like, Dino, I thought we were supposed to take a picture. Oh, yeah. They went back in. They said they got to wait. So I ran there for nothing. And I'm hung over. I feel like crap. Man. Oh, it was rough. And then we went through the day, right? And then we went to the bowling after, and that was rough. I got trashed again. So, did you sing? Did you sing that night?
Me?
Yeah, because at the bowling alley they had karaoke, right?
I don't remember that. I only did the bowling.
Yeah, there was karaoke in the bar.
Oh, really? Really?
Yeah, half the VV fam. You had Alex in there, and
no kidding.
Randy fell on the stage.
Oh my gosh! I was at Decon by myself. So I I think I may have stayed at the party for like an hour or something like that. But
Yeah.
I met, I was paired up with like, 4 different people in our bowling lane, and they were really cool. It's interesting to see how different people interacted with like their collectibles. Like there was the guy that was on our team. He was super into the whole AR, taking pictures, and was like just going all over the place taking AR pictures with his stuff. And I was like, because I hadn't really done that with my collectibles yet, and it wasn't like part of how I enjoyed the project. But after seeing him do it, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of cool. So then I started doing more of that. So yeah. I think the other thing for me, did you partake in the t-shirt purchases?
Hungover. Didn't even want
man.
to stand in that line.
Was that at the bowling alley too?
Yeah,
No, that was on the show floor. And those are really, really cool pieces because there's only 150 of them. And you got a shirt, and I got mine signed by the artist. So yeah, that was very cool. Yeah, I had a great time there for sure.
Me too, man. I think Sunday is when we actually did our shopping, and I went to every single independent publisher there, and I bought like all of their stuff. Like, what was that guy? Frank Fontaine. And so he had like horror comics. So like he had his own like style of horror. So I bought like a vampire comic. He signed them both, and I gave one to Corey. So by the way, so like when we were there, the whole entire VV team kept working and working and working. They were busting their butts, and then so like I just saw them all. I think we gave them all chocolates, right, Dee? Because they were so hungry, they started just eating the chocolates right out of the box right when we gave them to them. But
wow.
I just gave it to Corey. I said, Corey, it's so nice to meet you. And I gave him this signed comic from Frank Fontaine. I made 2 of them, and I gave them. I said, hey man, thank you for your good work and everything like that. And like, it's just so cool to see these guys work. And then Corey was just becoming on the VV team from being a content creator, right? Yeah. So like for us, it was like, okay, well, it's one of us here, right? So,
right.
Yeah. So it was fun. Got to hang out with them. I got to meet Reese with his no shoes.
Yes, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah,
That's too. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that was. So I'll share a quick story with. My first interaction with Randy, I was walking around and saw him, and I shared with him that I did something stupid because this is still a new space, and I wasn't familiar with what you're supposed to do and not supposed to do, and I was in Oddkey, and somebody posted something in the Discord, and I clicked on it, and I could have had all of my wallet drained, and I was freaking out on the very first day of Decon. As it turns out, I had I don't know if you're familiar with Oddkey, but you can stake your things and earn their OCT credits for it. Okay. Well, because just luckily I had all of my items staked, I got lucky and didn't get anything stolen, and created another wallet and moved everything over. But I went over and talked to Randy, and his response was like, "Oh man, you screwed up." And then he got up and walked away, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, thanks. I guess
Nice
that wasn't what I was looking for exactly. Not as helpful as I was hoping, but." But he didn't know me. I mean, I'm just some dude who walked in off the street or whatever, but crying about my NFTs. But yeah, I mean, I got super lucky and learned a lesson that very valuable lesson without having any repercussions from it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm assuming Wallet Guard didn't exist at the time.
I wasn't aware of it if it did, so definitely take advantage of it now for sure.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead, Dee. Sorry.
No, we've got it on all our devices,
yeah,
all our accounts, just to help us, because we don't want anything drained.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to make a mistake and click on something in this space. It's can be dangerous for sure.
Yeah, and that's the just recently last week we had the podcast tickets that Hinano did, the NFTs.
Yeah, I saw that.
You guys,
yeah. That's so, and it's just crazy to me that somebody would try and do something like that. I guess I'm never surprised by how hurtful people can be. Especially on on a show where you're trying to put, you know, good out there and just trying to do the right thing, and they come in and try and hurt people. I
Yeah.
don't get it, but anyway.
Yeah, that's why I said to him, like, what? Like, go create your own stuff and put your own price on
Yeah,
it. and sell it.
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, don't click any links that I'm sure everyone's known by now, but don't click any links you're not familiar with,
Yeah.
or you don't verify with the person that's, you're trying to get in touch with. Don't click
Yeah,
it.
no kidding.
Don't do it.
Don't click
mean,
it.
Somebody they tried to scam our podcast tickets. In fact,
Yeah,
I was
that's what I'm
talking to
talking
Evolve this morning. Apparently there's like another rogue collection out there.
Oh, jeez.
Unfortunately, it's
Wow.
sold out, so I don't know who's going to buy that one. But yeah,
Wow.
I guess. And I'm assuming it's a bot that follows me because there's so much people that follow me. I don't know who's a bot anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's kind of disheartening to see like people try to take advantage of people that just don't know any better, right? Like you just told us about your odd key story.
Yeah.
It sucks, and it will detract people from coming here.
100%. I agree with you. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You're right.
But I am really excited to meet you in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm excited too. It's going to be great. We're going to have a good time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like stuff we can do together, but then you don't want to plan and make all these arrangements, and when you actually get there and then things change.
Oh yeah,
depending
100%.
on what
100%.
people want to do. But yeah, I'm glad we have the group.
The group chat. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get a chance to meet Arcade as well. I was out in Vegas just a few months ago, and we got a chance to go to lunch together. So yeah, he's a cool dude. So I'm looking forward to the party.
Did you get a tattoo?
I did not get a tattoo. I don't have any tattoos, but my family's teasing me that I'm gonna get a Kid Arcade tattoo. I don't know.
Skull in the back of your head.
Yeah, right. I get a teardrop right here just to.
Yeah, do the what is it? The Mike Tyson.
The Mike Tyson face thing, yeah, right all over, yeah. That'd be great.
Oh shoot, we got to meet him too. In fact, I remember him when he was painting. In fact, you didn't meet him at DCon when he was painting in Dave and Buster's?
No.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, when I first walked in, did you go to Dave and Buster's that night?
No.
Oh, you didn't. Okay,
No.
so you probably only went to the bowling party because maybe you didn't know about Sanjay's party.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Okay. Yeah, but so anyways, at Sanjay's party, Sanjay rented out like an entire Dave and Buster's in Irvine.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it was so cool. So we brought our daughter to DCon, and he kind of went out and told the community, "This is what we're gonna do." I messaged him. I said, "Hey, we have our kid.
Yeah,
can't just leave her. Is there any way you can make a kid zone?" I was just like throwing it out there.
Yeah,
he made a kid zone.
Wow, that's so nice.
Cool guy. You know what I mean? I know a lot of people like to criticize Mr. MC1, but he's a super cool dude in my book.
Nice.
Yeah, the guy did. So, anyways, we get there. Unfortunately, the kids zone got overtaken by adults. I'm like, oh no, but that's okay. Everybody there was super cool with our daughter. You know what I mean? The D was like the sober one that night. I wasn't. So it was all cool. But D got to have dinner with Dan.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah. They didn't tell me, by the way. It was her and Nas and my daughter had dinner with Dan.
Wow.
For 1 hour.
That's
1
so
hour.
cool.
My wife disappeared. VideoShane. I don't know where she went.
I didn't disappear. I was sitting where I was.
Disappeared.
I saw you across at the
Don't
bar.
lie. You're right.
I saw you.
73
You were within my peripheral. Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun night.
That's awesome.
It was
Yeah,
a fun
we're
night.
used to like over here. We're used to just bringing kids to like any party.
Yeah.
People were just like keep an eye on them. I mean, that's not what we were expecting from these strangers we didn't know at the time.
Right.
But it was for us, for our daughter to be like the kid there, and all these adults are eating and drinking. It's like for us, it's normal.
Yeah.
And so we're just like, go eat, go get your cheese sticks or whatever you're having.
I mean, don't get us wrong. We literally would follow her wherever, but like what I mean. These guys took really good care of her.
Yeah.
She hung out with her heroes of YouTube, so it was really good.
That's very cool.
Yeah, it was really cool.
That's awesome that she's into it. That's that makes it funner, and
Yeah,
as a
she
family
was
thing.
into the VV Mermacornals at one time, but now
yeah.
since we started doing Cryptoys, she's a big fan of Cryptoys.
Yeah.
She loves the unboxing experience. She keeps bugging me, Dad, when can we play the game? I said, not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet, because she's a big gamer now with Roblox and Minecraft and all that good stuff.
Nice.
Right? So I love what they're doing there, and I love that she can like be a part of this with us when we do those type of things. Like if Vivi had something where she could be a part of it, I know it's not really her age range yet. We would incorporate her into that too.
That's very cool. Yeah. How does she like the? Because there's kind of an unboxing experience for Pinnacle as well. Did you say that you bought the early stuff for Pinnacle?
Yeah.
Does she think of that one? Couldn't care less. No.
No. Yeah. It's not a panda, a cat, and a corgi, right? So
that makes sense. That makes sense.
That's her favorites, but yeah. Plus, I guess because the Crypt toys look like little kid toys, it just kind of attracts them.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got kind of a I want to say Funko kind of look, but not really. But they have their own kind of cheap. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I love the fact that Cryptoys kind of established a look and feel for all of their characters. Yeah, it gives it they're really differentiating themselves from a lot of other projects. So
it's like their Funko, cool. Their version of Funko, but it's mobile. It's got that AI component, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Speaking of Funko, have you been paying attention to the game that Funko is coming out with?
I have.
Yeah. So I know they haven't said anything. My fingers are crossed that there's some sort of NFT integration into it that you can use your cards to gain something within the game. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it would be amazing if they found a way to do that.
Ooh, that'll be interesting. Yeah, she'll probably get into that too.
Yeah, the gameplay online looks really fun. I mean, it looks great.
It looks very fluid, which is pretty cool. You know what I mean? Because it's like they put some time, and it sounds like, or it looks like there's a bunch of servers backing that thing up. So
100%. I agree. Yeah, and they've got all the different they're a really interesting brand in that they've got all of that IP that they have access to. So it's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's another one. That's another one coming out, of the gate swinging with all this kind of stuff. And I'm a big proponent on the gameplay here. I think the gameplay will push the space along with the utility. And then the social aspect. There is a social aspect here. I go back to what you said about Blockbuster. You're 100%, or the post office, or a library. You know what I mean? This is just another iteration. I mean, look at us. Look at this chat right here. We're doing the same thing as Blockbuster right here. So there's a social aspect for all of these projects, because my biggest thing here, what I love about this space is I'm a nerd. Mm-hmm. I'm hanging out with geeks as well for myself. But, there was a time when there wasn't a place for us like this. We couldn't express ourselves. We couldn't say, hey, Mr. Hamalka, stop eating my sesame cake. You couldn't do any of that stuff, right? You know what I mean? Like, you'd be looking like, oh, look at this fool. You know what I mean? But you can do that here. You can be a kid again. You can incorporate your kid again. And so I think what I like about the social aspect here is for people of fandoms that love this stuff, you got John with his Peach Momokos, you got Kenobi in the chat with all of his comic books, you over here with your Godzilla stuff and everything else in between. But you know what I mean? Like we're collecting chibi style toys.
Right, so exactly.
This is a good place for you to be a kid again, but it doesn't matter what age you need to be.
I agree with you.
What do you think about that?
I agree. I think that's a great way to say it. Very well said.
What about you, D?
Because, if you try to do that now with our family, they'll be like, grow up. Why are you collecting? He's like, you're not a kid anymore. Is that for your daughter? No.
No. Like right here, I got. I don't know if you see this. This is the BC03.
Oh yeah,
Stargate.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3D. So I support Etsy artists.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
So like stuff like that. Though, like I've got all these weird things around here, but I get to be a kid. Right here's a gold spaceship. Yeah. So like, I get to be a kid again.
I mean, what I would say to your family, D, is sometimes it's not fun being an adult. Sometimes I just want to be a kid. Adulting can be boring. Sometimes.
It's so taxing to be an adult.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, daughter, take my place.
Right. Exactly.
VideoShane, we have been going for an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh my gosh! All right, we got to get.
How are you on time? I don't want to.
I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right.
Okay. Sorry, D. I cut you off. That's
Oh,
our
it's
shtick, by the
okay.
way.
That's
Yeah,
actually,
that's okay. I'm used to it. I was gonna say, yeah, you should see Hinano's collection of not Hot Wheels. You don't have Hot Wheels. What are your little
So I have the old micro machines,
Yeah,
you know,
oh,
like
micro
I've got
machines are
all the
great.
Star Wars micro
Yeah.
machines, you know, back
Nice.
from the 90s. I got
Yep.
Babylon 5. I've got
Mhm.
every single Star Trek from Voyager to Deep Space Nine to TNG, which is my favorite, and TOS. So I have
Nice.
them all in these little tackle boxes. They're all in pristine condition. I actually did a video promo last year during Star Wars, May the 4th, and I
Mhm.
grabbed every single Star Wars micro machine I had, and I put
Uh-huh.
them on a table along with my Star Wars Hot Wheels. And I did like a little montage thing of me zooming into them
Nice.
like a fleet, right? And then coming up with like the Star Wars theme in the background.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cool.
so
That's very
yeah.
cool.
And I've got a weird so I collect this might be weird, but I collect a bunch of Star Trek ships. So I've got a ton of these
Oh,
from Eagle
nice.
Moss right here.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've got about maybe 78 right outside here on the
Wow,
shelf. And they're just
78.
78. They're
Mhm.
stacked. So I
Wow.
thought I had more, but I recently just dusted off the corners and like start stacking them better. And yeah, it was 78 of them.
That is amazing.
I
See,
didn't
I'm a
realize
big
that
Trekkie.
much.
I absolutely love learning about different things that people are into and their collections, because I feel like most people have something that they collect and might not even in their mind, they might not even think about it as a collection. Like my dad has a tremendous amount of t-shirts. But he has them all neatly folded and stacked, and like and that's his collection. He has, they're valuable to him. And I remember when I was in, I think it might have been like fourth or fifth grade, there was a teacher that started a collectors group, and I went, to 3 or 4 of those little meetings, and I remember him sharing his collection was so unique, and it's still to this day I remember it. He collected these glass spin-on tops that would go on top of either electrical poles or telephone poles, and he had like a whole bunch of them, like the different shapes and eras that they came from, and I'm like, such a unique and interesting collection, and it makes me want to ask, what caused that, and what would prompt something like that.
Yes.
Because I think that collections can come from different times in your life. For me, the whole comic book thing started because I moved around a lot as a kid. And so I remember distinctly being in my room and reading comic books and diving into that world and being like sort of an escape place for me, a safe place. And so, so those comics have a value and an importance to me as a person. And so that's why I hold on to them, and they mean something to me besides the art that, brings them to life. But other people, I know that, collections are passed down to them, from maybe an uncle or a parent or something like that. And so there's a value and an importance to that collection, whether it's stamps or coins or whatever that thing is. So I'm always fascinated by what people collect and why they collect it. So sorry, that just sparked when you said you have
No.
78 of those. That is really an interesting hobby and a collection that is obviously important to you and has an importance to you.
And I'll tell you the why. So growing up, I grew up on the island of Kauai, and we only had 4 TV stations at the time. And so my mom constantly worked. Like she was a Jamaican. She had like a bunch of jobs. And so and I would go to school on the other side of the island. So I'd have to get up super early, like around 5:30, 5 o'clock, get ready, hop in a car with my mom, drive for an hour to the other side of the island. She'd drop me off to school. And then I would have to walk to my auntie's house and wait for my mom to be finished work and then drive back. So I'd get home around like maybe 7 o'clock at night.
Wow.
Do my homework, get everything ready, and then maybe be able to watch TV. And that maybe be able to watch TV, there was only one thing on: Star Trek. That was it. And it was TOS, the very first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then fast forward now to the 80s, like 88, 89, TNG's out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so TNG would always come on. You'd have reruns every night at 8 o'clock on PBS.
Right.
And I would watch Captain Picard over and over again.
Wow.
And I really loved, that future.
Yeah.
I really love that future. And here's a little FF fun fact to me, but I love the book Princess of Mars. You know,
Okay.
so and if people don't really realize that was actually like say the Bible for Star Wars and all other freaking sci-fi is out there. But yeah, so like that kind of world right there, sci-fi always was in my life ever since I started reading that book. And so just realizing a future where you could be better, you know, where mankind could be better, because there's other shows out there where it's like everything's apocalyptic in the future, you know, everyone's battling, there's a space battle. I love the fact that sometimes you could just like have something seminal and, you know, have like an organization that are trying to unite and try to create peace in the galaxy. So yeah, so it meant a lot to me. And then came Deep Space Nine, and it was the first black captain, and I really loved that guy because, you know, he had really good swagger and he also had a good message. Then you came Janeway, and then we had Archer, and then, you know, all the other ones that came after that. Then the bad J.J. Abrams movies, no offense. And now they're making good and bad Star Trek in between this time. But yeah, Star Trek was always in my life. I am a Trekkie over a Star Wars guy any day, and I will defend the fact that Star Trek could beat the crap out of any Star Wars. But that's just me. I was fighting words right there.
That's awesome.
Just saying shields and transporters and replicators.
Nice.
All I gotta say. But
that's
anyway,
so cool.
Yeah.
And he's lucky he got me because I don't judge.
I don't judge.
I don't judge. And
he's a Star Wars person, right?
I used to watch the same shows. I mean, a little bit later, Picard and stuff, but we can still relate somehow. And yeah, I like his collecting what he does. So I just let him do what he wants to do with his collection.
Well, I appreciate you sharing that with me, because that speaks volumes to why it's important and has a value to you. So yeah, that's cool. Yeah. I mean, I think even, you know, Todd said that, you know, during that impassioned speech he gave at one of the Comic-Cons. He just collect what you love. I mean, that's, at the end of the day, it's your money and your time, and you collect what makes you happy, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I have enough Enterprise Ds. I'm waiting for the Connie. Someone dropped me the Constitution class. This is not here, you know, or any Star Trek. You know, like I want to collect what I love, but what I love isn't here yet. And that avocado, the Romulan Diadetrix, is like $50.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, like I want a project to drop Star Trek. Recurred tried to drop Star Trek. To me, it was just junk. I did not like what they did with the ships, with the secondary hull and the primary hull just looking weird. It just wasn't me. And then the price point was ridiculous.
Yes, it was. I got hurt quite a bit with Recur.
Oh, you got,
yeah. Well, let's not talk about it.
We don't
I own a past. I feel you. I own a relic from the past.
Yeah, so it is relics now.
Yeah.
Oh.
I scroll through and look at all these silly, you know, college basketball player things, and I'm like, what was I thinking? What? I don't even like college basketball. All this stuff from Recur. Yeah. Anyway.
But at the time, you know, that's what we knew at the time, because we were on to the space when Recur was happening. Yeah,
well, what happened was, you know, everybody knows, you know, at the time things were just sell out within seconds on VV, and it became super frustrating. You know, you're sitting there, you know, spamming the button and trying to get anything at all, and then it was fun, but also incredibly frustrating. And then this other company came out and they said, hey, we're going to have this separate thing that you can buy that allows you early access. And I'm like, well, there you go. Why? I want to be part of that. And they announced all this, you know, great IP they were going to have. And so then I, you know, foolishly jumped headfirst into that. And anyway, we don't want to talk about it.
I've got Care Bears. I've got Hello Kitty.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
Let's just change the subject. So, guys,
let's change the subject.
It's been an hour and a half. Let's change the subject. I think we should get into these giveaways, but before we do that, I want to make sure that D gets her due, because I did way more talking than D. D, anything else you want to ask VideoShane while we have him?
Not really. Well, okay, I guess it's a question. You know, there's a lot of exciting and possibly heated stuff happening in the spaces as of recent. So my question is to you, if you want to share your thoughts on that, and what kind of message do you want to pass along, to everybody regarding all that.
When you're saying heated things in the like all these projects, are you talking about like some negativity in some?
I think she's trying to get like there's a lot of, I don't want to say FUD, I just want to say there's a lot of chatter going around in Twitter. I don't like to say the word FUD because I like to give people the benefit of the doubt before I figure out whether or not it is FUD or not.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, there's just a lot of, I think what Dee's trying to get at is there's a lot of chatter in the space, some negative, some constructive.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen it before because I don't want to like say, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Actually, the Superstar guys just did a video on this about some FUD, and they had, I guess there's a group that gathered together on X, and they happened to join just to hear what people were saying. And somebody took a snapshot of them being in the audience and made a big deal about, oh, so you're with the FUDders or whatever, whatever people want to talk about. And they were like, no, we just want to listen to what other voices are, to hear what people are saying. And sometimes it can be constructive and they just want projects to do well, and they're frustrated that they're not going in the direction that they think that they should. And there's definitely validity to that you should be able to share your opinions without being labeled as somebody who's being negative. I'm sure that there's definitely some people out there that are, wishing the worst for some projects, but I think in general, I would hope that most people are just trying to be constructive, and they're just frustrated, and they're expressing themselves in the best way that they know how. And sometimes that can come off as being angry or disappointed, but I think it's important to listen to when people talk. You should hear what they have to say. And I think that's true with anybody in any situation, that you should have the ability to pause and listen to, even though they may be angry in that moment, try and hear what's going on with them and what they're upset about. So, there's still a lot of negativity in the space, and I don't know how long it's going to take to outrun that, essentially, because
no worries.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that the biggest thing is to listen to people and hear what they have to say. And I'm going to come back to Cryptoids again, because I really do believe in that project as well as McFarlane. I don't want to take anything. I believe in that because obviously I'm a moderator on their Discord, and I believe very strongly in that project. But I think that Cryptoids is really smart in that it seems like their big master plan is, let's try and get younger people involved in the project and playing with the toys and enjoying them, and kind of distance ourselves from some of these early people who may have joined purely from the standpoint of, I want to buy something and sell it for 10 times what I just paid for it. And that is not a sustainable business model. And I think that Will is smart enough to know that that's not a sustainable business model, because not everything is going to 10x. If you're in here to collect and enjoy the hobby, and what I would say is, I just, my hope is always that things at least somewhat stay within the value of what you paid for it, because nobody wants to see you buy something for $50 and then all of a sudden it's worth $2 in the market. That just gives you a bad feeling. And so I think that all the platforms are trying to figure that out, and how to best do that. So yeah, it's kind of a long-winded answer, but we'll get there. It's just going to take a little bit of time. It's not going to happen overnight, for sure. And I'm here for the long term, and I'm excited to see where everybody is going. I'm super excited about Elmon X. I think I've got a chance to meet them at New York Comic Con, and they're super nice people. And I've talked to them offline. They're just really great, and they're trying some really interesting things. And I like the fact that they're focused on this kind of really niche idea of bringing art to the world. It comes back to my whole idea of bringing more art out into the world, and they're introducing people to new artists as well as these kind of classic traditional pieces. So yeah, I'm excited about what they're doing and what they're trying to do. And I'm also excited about this idea of Cryptoids and what they're trying to do, coming from a completely opposite direction of younger people. So yeah, everybody's trying something different, and somewhere in the middle we'll meet, and I'll be happy.
And to kind of like end it on what you just kind of said in the very beginning, I think for me, what's missing from the chatter, specifically from the subject matter you were talking about, in terms of that picture, is the context. I think the context matters in terms of what is actually presented in that picture, right? And it's exactly what you said. Some people are just there to listen, and maybe if you were in there and you were listening, maybe you would have gotten the context of why they were there, or anything else in general. You know what I mean? I think a lot of things get assumed because of what's just in front of you, and maybe just take the little extra step of like maybe wanting to know a little bit more of what you're looking at or what you're being told. So I don't know. What do you think about context, VideoShane?
Yeah, 100%. As somebody who I go through all the tickets that come through on Discord, and so I can see all the different comments that get made and concerns. And my whole thing is, like I said, I always try and come at something from an understanding standpoint, and I want to let people know that they've been heard and understood. And yeah, I think that's the best we can do as human beings in general. Because there's you never know what's going on in a human being's life at a particular moment. And that's a very hard thing to do. I think it takes a lot of maturity to, especially, in a situation where somebody cuts you off on the road, for example, and it's very easy to knee jerk and, throw your finger up or, want to pull up inside of them. And you see all these videos of road rage online. And I struggle with that myself, because nobody wants to feel like you've been taken advantage of, or that, somebody, whatever. And I try and make up a story in my head that person, maybe they're rushing home and they just found out that a loved one is hurt and they're trying to get home. And I'm like,
Benefit of the doubt.
I'm just going to lay off the gas, and I'm just going to, you got to get where you got to get. And I'm just going to try and in that moment when the adrenaline is pumping, that's a hard thing to do. And for me, I always come back to story, just because, VideoShane, I always think about, if I can tell a story in my head, it sticks a little bit more. And so if I can make up that story with that person, that allows me that moment to pause and give them that breathing room. And I say that story because I feel like that can apply to a lot of these things that happen in the space. People, they'll get agitated and lash out, and I'm just as guilty of that. I was unhappy. I was unhappy with a couple of things that Candy had done on the Bat Cowls project, and I mentioned it. Not I wasn't crazy person screaming or whatever, but I mentioned it in the Discord. Frustrated. I was frustrated, and somebody came in, and the worst thing that you could possibly do, in my opinion, when somebody expresses to you how frustrated they are, is that whole thing of like, oh, just calm down, or or tell you that, oh, you're just being a baby, and that that's how this thing works. Okay, that's not how to diffuse the situation. And so I replied back, and I'm like, I don't know if this is your first time communicating with other human beings, but that was the wrong response. And they were like, wow, you just escalated that really quickly. And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm sorry to explain to you how humans work. Just the correct response would have been, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. That's it. That's the extent of what the response should be. And sometimes people just want to know that they were heard and express their frustration and move on. So yeah. Acknowledgement. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nice. Yeah. Thank you for saying it that way.
D were heavy-hitting questions over here.
I know, right? I didn't know this was going to be. I didn't know this was going to. Yeah, this is hard hitting. I didn't realize.
I was like, let's talk about comic books here. Like, let's talk about this community now.
Yeah, this got deep real quick. Thanks, D.
He gets deep. Thanks.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to hear other people share that, because then we need to hear that every once in a while. And kind of like take that step back, for ourselves. I know I do at times.
Well, I know, and we really appreciate what you said, VideoShane, because D was one of the people in that picture. So, like it's, for me, it's like I'm a dreamer. I believe that people can be better. You know what I mean? I know some people can't be saved, but I don't believe that. I think everyone can get a chance as long as you're respectful. That is my one rule. As long as you show me respect, you got a chance. That's
Mhm.
it. You know what I mean? You always have a chance
Yeah.
with me. As long as you can respect me, yeah, we can still talk. Once you go over that line, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like, there's no
Yeah.
toleration for me on that. But
Right.
guys, it's a fun stream. So how's about we get into some giveaways? I know the 105 people have been watching. Any other hard hitting questions, Steve? Anything else?
No, that
Like
was
you're
it.
slapping
And
him with a fish over here.
I know, right? It's so hard, D. Answer this question. Gonna shine a light on me. Where were you
Yeah.
last Tuesday?
Yeah. I won't let you go until you answer that. No, that was it. And I actually gotta step away because prego problems. I'll be right back.
All right. Sounds
Steve, we're
good.
gonna get to the giveaways and we'll bring you right back, okay?
Yeah.
All right. So VideoShane, I hope you're
Yeah.
okay with hanging out with us.
Yeah,
while we do the
absolutely. Yeah.
giveaway.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
We'll do the blind box giveaway first. And now, so it's my understanding. Well, actually, you know what? She's going to go do her thing. So why don't
Yeah.
we? Well, actually, I need D for both of it. But why don't
Yeah.
we at least get into the transition of what we need to do? Everybody, we are going to do our blind box. Let me present my screen really quick here so you guys can see what we're talking about. And then VideoShane, were you going to enter it? And I suggest you should.
Sure, I'll do it if I'm allowed to.
Of course,
yeah.
You're the guest. You're absolutely allowed. You know what I mean? Anybody that comes up on the panel, they get chances. So
nice, I like it.
The only thing that I ask you is we just need to get a ticket number from what are your tickets that needs to get burned for entering.
Okay.
There's going to be 4 giveaways. There is one physical in this giveaway. I won't say what it is because it is a blind box, but I really think you guys will enjoy what's going on here. And it's really a thank you for everybody who supported us on the podcast right here, because I pretty much created this mechanism because people are always asking us, well, how can we support you guys? In any way we can donate. And we're just not monetized yet. We're 45 subscribers from monetization. So we're almost there, but not yet. So this was a mechanism for some type of donation. And on top of that, there's utility based on this. And we wanted to give back. Well, you guys bought them all.
Yeah.
They're sold out. And we really
That's
appreciate
amazing.
that. It is amazing. And it's also humbling. So, the best way for us to always do stuff is whenever someone helps us out, we like to give back. And so we're going to do a giveaway for you folks. And we have D. She's back in the studio. What is going on, D? Let me move myself here. So D is not at the bottom. Okay. So, guys, we are going to do our blind box giveaway right now. Let's go. All right, D, are we ready?
Okay, so for the podcast wheel, can you just verify for me who
Absolutely.
Burned a ticket? I have 1 entry for Big A, 1 for Adro, 1 for Evolved, and Atem. Did you get back to me? Didn't check.
I think he said he wanted to do 10. Atem, are you here? We just need a confirmation because
yes.
that's 10 tickets you want to burn. So,
yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then that means he's got 10 chances to win on the wheel. So here's another thing too. So if you hold 1 ticket, and only 1 now, you can't have like 50 because I can't airdrop 50 of this. But if you hold 1 ticket for an entire month, you get a free airdrop. If you're the top 5 holders of tickets, you get an exclusive airdrop. And that exclusive airdrop, you guys will probably want to get. So there's all these things that I have thought. I've written them down. We have roadmaps for certain things like this. I remember at one time you were asking me what was the plans of the project. Man, it's so deep. There's so much stuff. My biggest problem is I think of so much things and like these all writing all this stuff down and like we're gonna implement all of it. And she's like, we can't do all of it. No, we're gonna do all of it, or at least we're gonna try.
He's gonna scratch it out. He's like, wait, no, update to that other one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So, but let's see. We Shawnee Poo was one of them. We have Adro. Let's see. Richard opted out. Big A opted in. I wasn't. Let me see. The comic guy. I don't know yet. The comic guy didn't say whether or not he wanted to do it yet. Bones definitely wanted to do it. Okay. And I think I'm going through the same thing as you guys. And sorry, guys, by the way, we're just getting this all ready for you right here. I believe that is it. And if anybody else wants to enter, now is your chance. We're going to give you at least 2 minutes. 2 minutes if you guys want. Okay, the comic guy is holding. Oh, smart. Okay.
Adro's got the bot activated.
Oh, he's got the bot activated. Okay, cool. So yeah, guys, we're going to have 4 winners here. And then also VideoShane is going to be on the wheel as well. So
On the podcast wheel?
On the podcast wheel.
Okay, let me.
This is for the blind box. And then after you guys, the people that have been waiting for the Darth Maul, I seen some of you guys in the comments. We will run that giveaway right after this for you guys first, though. And for the people that have not joined us before, this is like a blind box experience where you're not sure what you're going to get until after the blind box. So.
And Matt Hunge, I don't think he has a podcast ticket yet.
No, you don't. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, you'd have to buy one of our tickets that got sold out. And it was kind of sold out for I think we had it out for maybe a week, but it sold out today.
Yeah,
So.
you guys are awesome.
My goodness. Atem looks like I looked on the wheel for the Disney trip.
Let's go.
Well, so I have, so you guys can see, I have Big A, Adro, Evolve, 10 attempts, Shawnee Poo, Bones, and VideoShane.
All right. So what we're going to do is we'll run 4 at a time, and or we'll do back to back to back. So the first place winner, second, third, and fourth. That's how it'll go down.
I'm gonna shuffle. Okay.
All right. Do I have any fanfare music for this? Do we have anything cool here?
You guys can sing.
I'm gonna. You know what we'll do? We'll play the Biggest Bros song. Here we go.
Okay. I'm gonna
Here we
shuffle.
go.
There you go.
A couple times.
There you go. It's not too loud, is it, guys?
No, sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, I shuffled.
All right.
You guys can see the wheel, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys ready?
Ready?
All right, guys. First place winner. Good luck. Let's go.
Let's see.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh.
Hey, nice.
Congratulations.
Wow!
Hey, that was a one
Oh.
entry.
Hey.
It is possible.
And you don't have to be here. You don't have to be here for that too. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Very cool.
Atem surrounding it all over the place, and it lands right in the middle. Poor Atem.
Oh, that's okay. He's got 3 more chances. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove this entry.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna spin again for second
for it.
place.
Go for it.
I love this song.
Yeah. There he goes.
Let's
You got
go.
one. Nice.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Great.
There we go.
Good job, Atem.
All right.
Okay, then. Okay, was I removing all instances or just the
Yeah.
one?
Just the
Um,
one. Because
the
he's
one.
got 10.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got 10. So it's not fair.
Yeah.
Oh, so.
You gotta leave the other 9 there because he's
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's burned them. This is
he
different
burned
from
them off.
last week. Last week was
Okay.
a freebie.
Okay. Phew. All right. Okay, spinning for number 3. Let's go.
And Big A is here. Let's go, Big A.
Oh, nice.
And he gets another one. Nice.
Attack!
Yay!
Oh, so close to Bones.
No. Nice. Okay, removing this one. Okay, then last spin, number 4. Boom. Good luck.
All right, guys. Oh,
Another one.
Atem wins one more time. Congratulations, Atem.
Congrats.
All right, guys. Let me turn this off. All right. So we got our 4 winners. You guys came close. Sorry, you guys, but Brother Atem has eaten up the rest of the other spots. But Big A got the first place. So let's go.
Let's go.
Should we spin it one more time, D? Someone's asking another one.
Oh. Who's
Yeah.
takes
Spin
me
it one
out
more
in
time,
the
you know.
house to someone?
Let me see. Yeah, let's spin it one more time. I can grab one more prize.
Atem is saying take his name out and then spin it.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
got it.
For the 5th time.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me, before you do all that, let me make sure
Oh,
I get the
okay.
next. I came prepared. In case this happened, I came prepared and I added, I left all this video software running. No wonder my computer's bogging down. Hold on. My video editor is running.
Pew. No.
That intro that you saw, I literally made it right before I came up to talk to you guys.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost here, guys. Give me just a second. Sorry.
No worries.
Trying to figure out. Here we go. All right.
Knock knock.
Okay. Jeez. All right, here we go. Almost there.
Hashtag
Almost there,
team.
everybody. Almost there. Okay, here we go. I got it. I got this guy right here. Okay.
Yeah, appreciate everyone that's in the chats that's been hanging out and listening to us talk story, and also having your own conversations in the chat. That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
seeing
Okay.
that.
I think
Yeah.
I'm ready. Let me. Oh,
Okay.
almost closed the stream on everybody.
You
Yikes.
almost got this. Take
All
your
right.
way.
Okay.
Go.
I'm almost there. Almost there. Almost got this, guys. I'm trying to close a bunch of stuff here that we don't need open right now.
Control Alt Delete, Hinano. That gets rid.
Yeah.
That fixes everything.
Yeah.
And then also we have the giveaway for also the NFT that the VideoShane NFT. I just got a brain fart. Excuse me.
And
Okay.
because Bro wanted to give a giveaway too.
We'll see if we get that far, big bro. But let's spin that wheel one more time for somebody. We got 5 winners tonight, you guys. Thank
All right.
Nas for putting that in the chat. Spin it, D.
Boom.
Good luck.
All right. Good luck. Who is it?
Evolve. Let's go.
Evolve.
Congratulations.
Nice. Congratulations.
All right.
All right.
Here we go, you guys. This is let's see here. Let me get that right here. Let me get
Numero
right
uno.
here. All right, everybody. So now is the time for the blind box. Who is the first person for the blind box, D?
That was Big A.
Big A. All right, Big A. Let me make sure I got this all right. Hold on real quick. Let me go right here. Sorry. I thought I was ready.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's awesome YouTubery.
VideoShane can see what it is. Yeah. You see that? All right. Okay, you guys.
I don't see anything.
Here we go.
Mhm.
I am ready. Let me go here. All right. All right, everybody. Brother Atem, I'm sorry, not Atem. Big A, you are up first for your blind box. Let's go. Big congratulations to you, Big A. You are the owner of this 9.8 Joker Uncovered #1. This is also a foil. And you can look at the ceiling on this one. But big congratulations to you. You're going to have to give us your mailing address. Big shout out to Big A in the chat for winning this graded comic. Like I told you guys,
that's a
we were
huge
not going
win.
to disappoint on this one for you folks. So
Very
big
cool.
congratulations. Also, this is the type of stuff we're giving away in the UCBC. So we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later on in the weeks to come. But big congratulations to you, Big A. Let me go see in the chat, see if he's here.
And I
Here
got
we
it
go.
right here. with
Oh, wow,
me.
that's cool. Okay, make sure he knows we're not lying.
Right there.
Wow, his first graded comic. That's awesome.
Big congratulations to you, man. And that Joker comic just looks sick. So, you know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
crying.
You came close to Tem. Oh, okay. All right, so that was our first blind box, you guys. Let me reset right here. Let me put that back up. All right, Atem, you are next for the blind box right here, my friend. Let's go.
Yes.
Atem, big congratulations. This is a special edition cube. This is a cube from 2022, I believe Comic-Con. This is a special edition Mo2 cube. You couldn't buy this anywhere. You would have to, I believe this was awarded to you or airdropped of some sort. But This thing is nice. And I don't know if you want to open it because I own one and I have never opened mine. But yeah, this is one of the collector cubes out there. So big congratulations to you, my friend. You can look and see what the floor is on this guy. But yeah, it's pretty good. So big congratulations to you right here.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is a very cool prize.
I love
very
that
nice.
cube.
Yeah. I've always wanted to see the unboxing. I'm not really sure what's inside of it. I know it's a certain rarity, but it's a collector's item. So big congratulations to you, man. We have your wallet address and we will send it to you. But you got one more, my friend. So let's go.
Let's go. Ooh,
Big congratulations to you, Atem. You win this Spawn Trash Throne number 988. McFarlane, one of the first, I believe, on the platform. Am I right?
Absolutely, it is. Yeah, that is a great piece.
Wow.
So big congratulations to you, my friend. I mean, besides Popey, he is the ticket whale out here. So, big congratulations to this guy because between him and Popey, they pretty much funded the giveaways. So we really appreciate you guys, as well as all the other supporters that bought tickets as well. But big congratulations to you. But I think he also won one more, didn't he, D?
Yes, he did.
All right, here we go with number 4. We're going to keep this going. Let's keep going.
All right.
Big congratulations to you once again. You win a rare Bo-Katan Kreese.
Nice.
Cryptoy. She's actually one of my favorites right here. So I'm a big Katie Sackhoff fan right there. But big congratulations to you, Atem. That's 3 in a row, my friend. We have your wallet. We will send this to you later on tonight. And then we have the last winner right here. The 5th winner, Evolved right here. All right, here's the last one of the night, you guys, for the blind box. Let's go. Big congratulations to you, Evolve. You win this Pluto. It's my understanding this is the first appearance of Pluto on a blockchain, and I love Pluto. I'm with Arcade on this one. Pluto is my favorite. The entire Cryptoids line for Mickey Mouse. So let's go. Evolve, we have your wallet address. So big congratulations to you. VideoShane, what do you think of our blind box experience?
That is absolutely amazing. You really, I mean, you pulled out all the stops. Those are some amazing prizes. Very lucky people out there.
Yeah, we wanted to try something different besides just saying, hey, you win this, right? We want to kind of like get an experience. So I was thinking to D, I was telling D, I was like, we should try our own unboxing experience online. Be different, try something new, production value.
I love it. I love it. You did a great job. Yeah,
Thank
really
you.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Let's go to the chats here. Love these unboxing. Thank you, Dean Hinano. No, thank you, Big A. Big A, message me your mailing address. Big congrats to you, the Joker. Okay, so I'm actually a little bit behind on these.
No,
so
Big A, message me.
Huh?
Message me, Big A.
Oh, I'm sorry. Message D. She told you exactly the protocol you have to follow. In fact, yeah, exactly. You should message her. But anyway, we have one more giveaway to get. Well, actually, we have a few more. VideoShane, how you doing on time? You okay, man?
I'm doing okay.
All right, cool.
I just thought that was funny. I thought that was funny. No, message me.
Oh, wait till we go to Vegas, you guys. Wait till we go to Vegas.
That's funny.
Well, I'll be sending it out. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. It's all good. It's all good.
She's also the boss. Here's a funny, here's an FF fun fact, VideoShane. So we work for the same communications company, right?
Yeah.
And Dee's actually the office manager, so she's technically my boss.
Nice.
And so whenever I tell somebody, like BE, the BE's like, oh yeah, I know your wife doesn't control your life. She really does.
Yeah.
She controls my schedule.
Wow.
Like I got an alarm today saying, did you take your blood pressure pills? By the way, I forgot to do it.
For shame.
Oh, I forgot to do it. But yeah.
Oh no.
But you gotta love her because I'm such a forgetful head. So if it wasn't for her, I'd probably lose my keys. So
Understood.
But anyways, let's do this giveaway right here. So I wanted to spread some positivity into the community right here, and that's why I wanted to give this to the people in X. So let's spread some positivity. We are going to give away this Darth Maul to somebody in the chat, just one person, and we have everybody who entered on this comment, and we have your wallet address, so this is cool. You don't have to DM us or nothing. And also Nas said his wife is the boss. I know what you mean. So let's go. But right here, you guys, we have the prize wheel, and one of you guys is going to win this for sure. So D, why don't you spin that wheel?
Okay, you guys can see the names. And once I added the names on the wheel, I hearted your comment on X, so you know you got entered. Yeah, so there were 18 people because mine didn't count. I was just trolling. So I'm gonna just read who entered. We got Ricardo, Raven, Davo, Chris, Severs, Guri Guri, Nas, Adro, Omi Juan, Osman Collect 63, Shawnee Poo, Vicente, the Comic Guy, Doctor Strange, El Batman, Mike, Matt, Gus, DDS, and Atem.
Now, there is a stipulation here. You have to be in the chat to win this one.
Oh.
Versus the blind box, you didn't need to be here because you guys pretty much burned your own ticket.
Yeah.
This one, you got to be here. So if someone isn't here, we re-roll.
Okay.
All right. So who has got the juju tonight? Spin it, D.
The juju. Yes.
Juju. All right. I'm going to spin. Good luck.
All right. Good luck, everybody. Who's it going to be?
Oh.
Adro. Let's go. He's got the juju, everybody.
And what did he say? Oh,
he's
present.
in the chat. He's present.
He's here.
Very nice.
Big congratulations to you, my friend. We have your wallet address, and we will send this to you. And those are pretty much, I guess, the digital stuff that we're going to give. Well, no, we got more stuff to give away. But that was the big stuff. So
The big one.
big congratulations to everybody who won that stuff. But we still have these right here. And I forgot to tell everybody, VideoShane is a wild card. So you still get one of these.
Nice.
You can actually use one of them later on in our future wild card giveaways. Like I said, we put quality on everything right here. So let's go. And guys, I'm going to give away a uncommon and a classic. We're going to start with the classic first right here. And so VideoShane, this is going to be up to you. So either we're going to have them type in the chat and I do the old style, my collectible style, where they got to work for it, or run the giveaway tool and we make it easy for them. Which one should I do?
So with the giveaway tool, they have to type in a hashtag and then you add them to the wheel and spin it?
So with the giveaway tool, I type in the hashtag and then they just type it in once in the chat and then I run the tool, versus the other one, they actually have to constantly type and then I pick it.
Right.
Yeah.
And this has utility. There's value in your NFT. So it's not like it's a sloth, you guys.
I mean, if you're asking my personal opinion, I kind of like the hashtag version better.
Okay.
Only because when you're spamming the, I found last time when I was spamming the chat, it blocks you after like 3 or 4 times, and then you got to click out of it, and then and then you got to wait, and so it's more of a game, I guess. And I don't know.
That's the whole point.
yeah. I guess you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Whatever you want to do.
You got to work for it. Yeah, I had to do it on my collectibles chat so many times where it's like, man, what is going on?
Well, why don't we do one way and one the other way?
Okay, we'll do that then. So let me do the video. Let me get this all ready while you guys talk. How about I play some music while you and Dee chat away? Dee's hungry. She's eating something.
Yeah. I'm eating mangoes.
Oh, nice.
Mangoes are my first favorite fruit in the whole world.
They are delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially when they're ripe.
Mm-hmm. So I got some, and I was gonna share some with Hinano, but that might not happen.
That's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. No, that's gonna be gone. There's not much left.
I'll get him more tomorrow at the farmer's market.
Is fruit like that easier to get on the island than I've heard from other people that things like milk and things that have to be shipped in are very expensive on the island. Is fruit less expensive or moderately expensive? Less expensive?
Mango is an expensive fruit.
Yeah.
Even though we have them here.
Oh.
Well, at the store, because I don't think they get it. I don't think a lot of them they get localized, depending on the store you go to. So yeah, they can get pricey. So it's better to get them at the farmers market. But since I work at the farmers market, I always get deals too. So,
oh, nice.
So, but yeah, it's like when I go to the store and if I'm really craving a mango and it's not the season here on the island, I'm like, okay, do I have like $10 for one mango?
$10 for one mango?
Because it's per pound, right? And it's
like
heavy. The mango is heavy. I'm like, no, I think I'll wait. I can get 3 of something else.
Wow, I had no idea.
You can get pretty expensive when it's not in season here on the island.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Luckily for coconuts, we could just drive down to the beach and just take it right off the tree. And a lot of them are low-hanging fruits. Like,
oh, really?
So, yeah, you don't have to climb really high. But my wife is really good at climbing coconut trees, and I'm not kidding. She's a master. Like, she makes it like an art form. She's like with her pinky, she goes right up there and just like,
wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. She's
I don't
like
use my pinky.
Yeah, you didn't really use much. We're just like, you know. Well, here's the story, right? So our buddy did a race with her. They raced up a coconut tree, right? She was so fast.
Wow.
Like, he went up there, but like she was able to come down really fast. He knew he was losing, and he slid down the coconut tree like it was a fire pole. And he wasn't wearing a shirt, right? Yeah. Not only did he lose, he had a rash and like skin everywhere, and everything was blistered out because he didn't want to lose to a girl.
Yeah. Wow.
I would have beat him anyway. Yeah, back home we used to have climbing tree races.
Wow.
Yeah, my brothers and my sisters and I.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it's a
fun.
trip.
That's
It's a
very
trip.
cool.
Yeah. I'm a monkey. Hey, that's how you get your fresh fruits for free, right?
Yep.
That
You
yeah,
don't
right.
and buy it. So if you can, get your own fruits from your tree.
Yeah.
Almost there, guys.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh my gosh, Crazy Dan in the chat said in Canada 12 mangoes cost $8.
Yikes!
Wow.
12 mangoes cost $8, imported from Mexico.
Wow.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, we get bananas here
Yeah.
from Chile and
Oh.
Ecuador, and I'm like, we have so many banana farmers here. Like,
Yeah.
why aren't you using
Yeah.
those bananas?
Right,
Because
yeah.
by the time they get on the boat or the plane, they're probably green. But by the time they get here, they're already like ripe, and they've got the black spots on them.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, just make use of what you have here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, we're fortunate in our backyard. We have quite a lot of stuff that my father-in-law, he has a green thumb. So we've got like banana trees, and
Yeah.
it's not like the regular like longer bananas, I guess, that are more common in the store. They're called apple bananas.
Oh.
So they're like stubbier and skinnier, but they're like super, super sweet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's like the kind of bananas that a lot of people like to eat here, or like when people are visiting, that's what they go for, not the common ones.
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah, so we're
Cool.
lucky we have stuff in
Yeah.
our yard.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
All right, guys. We got 16 people. Let's go.
All right. Oh,
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck. This is for the classic video.
Who is gonna be the
game.
winner today? Kryptoni!
Tony. Do you have to
Congrats.
be present for this one or no?
He's here, right?
Well, they put their
He
hashtag.
had
They put
to
their
tell
hashtag
Okay.
in.
Duh.
Here's a knife.
Oh, Tony, on a before the stream, I was actually making dinner real quick, and I was listening to what is the song? Feel Something. That's a great video.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he's
Great video.
Yeah, with Chris Brown. So congrats to you, Kryptoni and Chris Brown.
big congratulations. All right. So Kryptoni, this one is going to you right here. This is a wild card, Kryptoni. So you want to keep this, and then later on you could use it to enter a wild card giveaway in the future, in the near future. So just hold on to this one. It's a really nice piece. But you guys, we have one more piece to give away, which is this uncommon in the video. Shane, I'm going to send the rest to you to have. You can give it to your friends, family, whatever you want to do with it.
That was super sweet. Thank you very much.
Of course, my friend. Thank you for giving us your time. I've always wanted to speak with you, and come to find out, we have a lot in common in terms of movies, comic books, and so much more.
Absolutely.
So,
That's
guys,
awesome.
this is the next one here where you're gonna have to spam it in the chat for this wild card right here, guys, and we will have the song playing in the background for you guys. So let me pause this real quick. All right, guys. Spam this in the chat right now, Aloha Friday, to win the uncommon version of VideoShane, which is also a wild card that we can use in our wild card giveaways in the future. Spam it right now. I am going to play a song, and then when the song is done, we will do the My Collectibles.
Nice. I love this one. The uncommon.
Here we go, guys. Spam it. Let's go.
Fingers dancing on the keys, typing fast. I'm a speed machine. I'm in the YouTube chat, trying to win that prize. That's where it's at. Typing in the chat, trying to win that prize. Faster than a cheetah, I'm on the rise. Typing, never giving up. I'm gonna win that prize. No need to fuss. Eyes glued
Keep
to the
typing.
screen, watching every word that's been seen. I'm typing like a pro, hoping that my message will flow. Typing in the chat, trying to win that prize. Faster than a cheetah, I'm on the rise. Typing, never giving up. I'm gonna win that prize. No need fuss. I'm typing with all my might.
All right, guys, here we go.
Just right. I'm gonna win that
Going
prize.
down.
Going up, going down, and all around. He's gonna
Who is
stop
it?
right there.
Trying to win that prize.
Vicente!
Yay!
Let's go. Big congratulations to you right here. Let's go, my friend.
I'm gonna win that prize. No need to fuss. I'm typing in the chat.
There we go.
I'm gonna
All right.
win that prize.
Vicente.
Big congrats. Let me turn this off real quick. I really wish this was all close. Oh, big congratulations to you, Vicente. We need your wallet address. Please send it to us via DMs. Actually, send it to D.
Yes.
Send it to D, please. And then you said Big Bro had one more giveaway.
Yeah, let me go all the way. Let me scroll up in the chat. He said he was gonna open up his collection for whoever won. Oh man, it's like hiding up there. 1 second. Or
That's okay. Is he even still here?
I don't know, because he's supposed to be on his date night. So are you
That's
sneaking to
right.
the
Yeah.
bathroom and you know?
Yeah, right.
Probably
Well, guys-
bathroom breaks.
I think that's it for the giveaways tonight, but we did give away a lot of things.
Yeah.
Really quick, though.
Oh, the biggest bro says
he's
he's here.
He's
He
here.
is here.
Another
All right.
that's your third bathroom
Oh,
break,
you
man.
guys are
Don't get
lucky.
in trouble.
Wow. All right. Well, let's see.
The
Date
biggest-
night is over.
Date night is over.
Oh,
Oh, here it is.
man.
I found it.
Well,
For a
Okay.
giveaway,
the biggest bro is another person in the community who is just an absolutely amazing person.
100%.
Yeah. Such a pure soul. And, you know, we were really, when we were doing the community center stage, me and Dee was really thinking about who should be the first one. And we both said the biggest bro.
Yeah.
The biggest bro should be the first person. Like, he is just such a bright light in these dark streets. And, you know, yeah. Love you, fam.
Yeah. Agreed.
Okay, this is what he says. I copied and pasted because it's all at
Okay.
the top.
Okay, so here's what he said right here, guys. The biggest bro. For a giveaway, I want to open my Cryptoids community chest for someone, and they can pick something out of my DTE wallet. You guys are so lucky.
That is an amazing,
wow.
gift. Very
And
nice. Very nice.
And then this is the hashtag, so let me write that down for the biggest bro. And you guys are lucky that we're using the giveaway tool on this one.
Yep.
So, because
Mhm.
I like to make people work now. But yeah, we'll do that right there. So hashtag VideoShane is the man. Okay. And you have to spell it the way that he has it right there. VideoShane is the man. All right, let me make sure I did that right. I got to toggle. VideoShane is that man. We haven't even done it yet, Gus. Hold on.
Do it again, guys. Hold on.
I just want to make sure that I'm typing it right here. It's almost there, guys. One day I'm going to get the YouTubery quick. But
That's so awesome.
Biggest bro, are you going to be able to go to Vegas?
oh, he's coming.
Oh, nice. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I mean, he's Kid Arcade's co-host, so.
yeah. I figured as much.
Oh yeah. He's getting a big hug from me before he gives it back. Guys, enter that in the chat right now, and we'll play the Biggest Bros song while we wait for you guys right here. I love this song, Big
I
Bro.
love that song. VideoShane is okay. You guys are doing great. Spelling it correctly. Oh, Crazy Dan, lowercase v.
Yeah, you guys have to spell it exactly how it is on the screen. If not, tough luck.
Yeah, redo it. Even you too, Matt. Lowercase
Big Bro.
v.
I'm going to be sending you the links tonight for your songs.
Ooh.
This is what's available, you guys.
Holy Comet, Alfie, and Juno.
And while you're at it,
Wow.
please give him a shout out. Give this guy love because he is donating. Give you guys one more giveaway for the night. Big appreciation to you, Biggest Bro.
Yeah, those are actually really, really nice gifts. I mean, the proprietary stuff that's from the IP that Cryptoids created is, I think that's going to be pretty important stuff coming later.
I completely agree with you. And this is why I have not been saying anything, and I've been scooping up every UFO that falls in the $5-4 range. You know how many Junos and Comets and Alphies I got? I am
Wow.
a stashing king, and I'm ready to go.
Nice.
Will, let me in the gates, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I can't wait for when their game is
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff coming down the line with them. Their app is I'm assuming that's getting ready to get close. If the games are getting close, then yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally put my hand up to like be the first in AR because I'm always doing Photoshops for them.
Yeah.
Give them a hint like, hey,
Right. Yeah.
your guys' stuff would look awesome in Hawaii. How about you let me do some pictures?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, and I know they're watching. I know all the projects are watching. So, if you know whoever's watching from the crypto side of things, I am raising my hand for the AR pictures. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let the man in.
Let
When
me
it's
in,
time.
guys.
Did
All
we
right,
talk?
you guys.
Did we talk about the fact that Elmon X is doing a thing with gaming as well?
No, but I seen that. Do you
Yeah.
know any logistics about that? You can give us any detail?
I can't say anything.
Okay. Other than
Wait,
you can't say
bring
anything
it
because you
up
know
and then
something.
you can't say-
You mean you know stuff?
I anyway, it's gonna be exciting.
He's like, what? Oh,
You know stuff.
turn
There's-
it off right now.
Who else are you a mod for? Don't lie.
No, I'm not. I have a lot of respect for that team. They're good people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're trying to do good work and putting art out into the world. So I respect for them.
That's good. Yeah.
That's cool.
And I like the variety we have now. I love McFarlane exists. I love Cryptoids exist.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Who knows whoever else exists? Who knows what else? Whoever else will come.
Yes.
Future versus on the way. Ready versus on the way. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah.
AI is gonna engulf our lives. It's crazy.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Let's run this giveaway. 16 of you have been watching. Are you guys
Okay.
ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
For the biggest bro right here, the man himself. Who is gonna win the prize?
Mhm.
Oh,
Richard!
holy free holy.
Oh,
Mean Bean.
nice.
Big congratulations to you. Gosh, I'm slurring my words. It's like I'm drunk, but I'm not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you drunk?
I'm not.
I absolutely love his little icon. I've told him that before. It's cracks me up every time.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
and he's a stand-up dude. He was he wanted to do a security panel. I think you were in the chat that day.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, if it wasn't for him, we would have never met Michael K and really had a really good schooling of security. And also, you know, to network. That's a big thing that D and I want to do in this space is network. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
and just meet people. So yeah, super stoked with this guy. And big congratulations to him and everyone else in the chats for winning. You guys, that has really been our show. And I think we're gonna close it out because we've been going for 2 hours and a half almost.
Wow.
Shoot,
Video
wow.
Shane, you have been a trooper and you have been an outstanding dude to get to know, man. And we
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you giving us your time.
Yeah.
You're one of the dudes I've always wanted to talk to. Before I even knew who Video Shane was, I just remembered there was like a PFP of you that almost looked like Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know
This
who
so
that
big
is?
for you. Well, I couldn't really tell. I can't remember, but like, who is it?
It's
It reminded me of
there-
Indiana Jones.
There's a movie back in the 50s called Shane, and that's the cowboy that's in the movie.
That's Shane.
Yeah, that's Shane. That's the PFP.
I may have watched that because my grandma was into like cowboy movies,
Yeah,
like the black and white. So I used to always watch those with her.
nice.
So maybe I've seen it and I just don't remember that that's what it was.
There you go.
Wow,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I mean,
awesome.
the last black and white I remember was Mr. Ed, you know. That's it. Donna Reed.
It's just been fun.
Yeah,
It's
this
been
has
fun
been
video
great.
game.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you and putting that artwork together. I can't thank you enough. That is super sweet, and I really appreciate it. And thanks for letting me on the show and getting a chance to talk. It makes me even more excited about November. So
Please come
Yeah.
back. Please come back.
anytime.
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, we always ask people to come back, or if you're in the chat and you want to talk about something and you want us to throw a link, never be afraid to come up here and talk to us, along with everybody else down there. Everyone else down there, if you ever want to come up, we welcome you. As long as you're respectful, you're welcome to come up. We'll make sure to make you feel comfortable. You don't have to show your PF. You don't have to show your face. You can just use a PFP if you want and treat it like spaces. But we're always welcoming to anybody who wants to come up. VideoShane, this has been really fun hanging out with you and getting to know you better. And any final closing words for the audience, for the people watching on X, for the space? The floor is yours.
I mean, I'll just end it with kind of what we had talked about a little bit before about, if somebody is expressing some displeasure online and they're unhappy about something, just give it a pause and try and not do that knee-jerk thing where you go, oh, well, that's too bad for you, from the safety of your home. Try and talk to somebody like you would talk to them in person and treat people with respect and try and understand what they're going through and just say, yeah, I'm sorry that happened. I'm here. That's it.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Be better to each other.
I love that, man. I love that. D, closing words?
Thank you so much, VideoShane, for your time and being here.
How close we got? She's calling you Shade now.
I know.
What's up, Shane?
Oh man, sorry.
Some tacos in Vegas.
I want freaking tacos.
That's why I said it, because I know she wanted to eat tacos.
Let's do it. Let's get some tacos.
Actually, VideoShane, where I want to take you, because I've been to Vegas, but I'm sure you've never eaten at a Zippy's before, right?
No, I haven't. No.
So Zippy's is like our local style franchise here in the islands, and they have one in Vegas.
Oh, nice.
Because like Vegas is like the ninth island, right? Because so many Hawaiians live in Vegas.
It's the ninth island.
Nice.
Nice.
It's the ninth island. Yeah.
Nice.
That's where us Hawaiians go. We go to Vegas to like vacation because everyone's a degen here and they want to gamble, right? Besides me, I prefer to put my money in the crypto market instead.
Nice. Well, we got to start figuring out what our song is going to be for karaoke.
Oh man! Okay.
You know,
before we go,
guys,
here's the question, right? I'll lead it off. So my go-to all the time, no matter what, because it's the only one I can remember in my head, is this Roy Orbison's "This Magic Moment."
Oh,
so that is the one that that'll always stick to me. And I know I break stuff. Steve, Ninja Karaoke, we interviewed him. That was the question he asked me. What is your go-to right away?
Okay.
Roy Orbison's "This Magic Moment." So that is the one for me. What is you?
Well,
don't tell me Mbop.
It's
a rap song.
No, it's terrible.
I love big butts. Watch, he's a rapper.
No, you're gonna be surprised. Okay, it's gonna be Def Leppard, Rock of Ages. That's gonna be my go-to.
Let's go.
Some 1980s glam rock.
Oh man, for a minute I thought he was gonna say Whitney Houston or something.
No.
Oh, let's blame it on the rain.
That's right.
And I'm gonna say it. FF fun fact: D can sing casual. She can sing. So if you see her in spaces, call her on that. D, what is your go-to song?
All right.
I was in his space today, and that was pretty cool. Casuals in the VB Discord for karaoke. Yeah, that was cool.
Sing though.
No, I was at work. I said I was working, but I'm listening. So I had great entertainment while I was working. My song, I think the song I'm gonna sing is the one I sang like ages ago, from Amy Lee, "My Immortal."
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Wow.
I
gotta practice.
That's got some
Wow.
depth and belt to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I gotta practice. Or like I always like
she can sing Acolyte.
Guy songs.
Mm.
Just because I think it's like not too high, and then when they're low, I can be like more female-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
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 So we'll see.
I kind of like to gravitate to the 80s, mainly because that is the stuff I constantly heard on the radio sitting in the backseat of my mom's Datsun. Like what is that? Phil Collins, Chicago. So yeah, I kind of gravitate to that more whenever I like something to sing about.
Yeah.
Like off like pop songs or anything like that.
Nice.
See, yeah, that's a serious song. Yeah, it's a love song. Exactly. See, Big A knows. Big A knows. But you guys, the program tonight. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's always fun and to see everyone here interacting and to see you guys tuning in every single time. We've got 128 people watching on X and YouTube combined. Also, catch the replay on Spotify. That has been the program, everyone. Thank you so much. VideoShane, any last thing to say before we go? That's how we do it. We have a hard time leaving.
We tried like 10 times. Okay, that's how we do it here.
I said it on the last one. I'm good.
Okay. All right. Anything else before we go?
Have a great weekend, everybody, and be kind to one another and support each other. That is all.
Agreed.
Thank you
And
for
as the
being
biggest
here.
bro says, lead with love.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Thank you. Take care and
Aloha Friday.
aloha.
Aloha Friday, oh what a day. We're here to chill, let the good songs play. Ian and Nano, they're our guide, bringing you the best on this Aloha Friday ride. From the beaches of Hawaii to the World Wide Web, we're bringing you the vibes, no need to be misled. With laughter and joy, we'll make your day. On Aloha Friday, it's all about the getaway. Aloha Friday, oh what a day. We're here to chill, let the good songs play. Ian and Nano, they're our guide, bringing you the best on this Aloha Friday ride.